What's going on, everybody? It's Jay here from Nerd Takes, back with another Nerd Takes gaming stream. We're going to continue playing Spider-Man today, because I really had a lot of fun playing this last week, and I just kind of want to play through the whole game again. With that said, let me just say hello to a few friends of the channel who are already in chat. We got Pete from the Heretical Nerd, Bend Over, AWOL, Uncle Martin with the mountain bike, and I think I got everybody there. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Great to see you all, as always. How's it going, AWOL? I see AWOL saying, hey, Jay, or hello, Jay. How's it going, man? Great to see you. Great to see all of you. Appreciate you stopping by. And as always, let me just ask how audio sounds. I know we don't have game audio just yet, but I want to check my settings because my mic now all of a sudden sounds very low in my ears, even though I was just checking it and it sounded fine. So let me just check that real quick. And make sure it's at a decent spot, which it should be now. All right. As always, if anything sounds off or weird, just let me know. I'll try to adjust it on my end. Hey, Natty. How's it going? Great to see you. Natty says, just saying hi and leaving a like. My kids and husband played this one together. They really enjoyed it. All the backpacks. Yeah, it's a really fun game, honestly. It's a fun... It's a fun game in general. No, it's hard to kind of separate. I was going to say it's a fun game and it's a great Spider-Man game. It's hard to separate the two because the core of this game really is so Spider-Man centric. It's not like one of those games that feels like it could be a different IP. It's just kind of painted with, the IP that it got. So it is a great Spider-Man game, but in general, it is just a fun game. The side missions in this were really fun, even just the ones that are, like Natty just pointed out, the backpack ones where it's just a scavenger hunt, basically. But they're fun. The backpack ones are fun. The camera opportunity ones are fun. And then your more kind of, gameplay and story-based side missions are pretty good as well. That was actually one of my major issues with the second game from this series, Spider-Man 2, was that, one of the many issues I had with that game, but it was that the side missions were just so weak in that game. Once you completed the main story, which I wasn't necessarily happy with the main story either, it just felt like the stuff left over to do was so thin in terms of quality gameplay. So yeah, unfortunately that was an issue for me with the second one, but in this one I really liked it. I liked all the side missions, liked everything. As you can see, we actually got a list of most of them here. A lot of them locked, but that's what we're going to be starting with, actually, is doing a few of these little side missions to catch us up a bit, because as you can see, there's not much done on any of those, and we're about 13% through the campaign progress. So I'm going to try to balance it out so we don't just go too far on one side of stories, whether it's side missions and main missions. And everybody looks like they're just saying hello in chat. As always, like I said, great to see you guys. Appreciate you stopping by. The views, the likes, it's all very much appreciated. Uncle Martin says he had fun playing this one. Yeah, it's honestly, it's a good game. It's a really good game. I adored this one. It's one of my favorite superhero games, to be honest with you. I thought it was the best superhero game in the past probably decade that wasn't an Arkham game. And I'm just kind of going back in my brain now to make sure there's not one that I'm missing, but I feel pretty confident and comfortable saying that. Yeah, nothing else is really coming to mind. Certainly not Gotham Knights or Marvel's Avengers. I will say one game that's actually pretty good that I feel like people don't give it enough credit for is the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out. It unfortunately came out directly after Marvel's Avengers, so that game was so bad that I feel like it killed a lot of any potential hype that Guardians game could have got. But it was honestly pretty good. We might actually play that as well. I have it on one of my consoles here or something, but that one was good. It wasn't better than this, but it was good. It was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, no, I would say this is probably my favorite one and the best one since probably Arkham Knight, and you could make the argument that this is better than Arkham Knight, if I'm being honest. I don't like it more than I like Arkham City, but yeah, you can make an argument between this one and Arkham Knight for sure. All right, all that rambling said, let's get right into this because I am just dying to play this game. All right, so we left off here. We are on, and then again, It's not making a lot of noise right now, but if you guys can't hear the game, just feel free to let me know. I'm going to turn it up a little bit because it does sound kind of low in my ears. Just going to go a slight bit because last time when I went back and checked out the stream just to see how it all sounded, it almost sounded like I had the game volume too loud versus my voice. So, you know, we're going to play with it a little bit here and just let me know how it sounds to you guys. And we are on Avengers Tower, right? Yep, we are. And there's actually a backpack right here, so why don't we start with that? Where is it? Is it up or down? There it is. Stick to the wall, Spider-Man. What are you doing? Alright, let's grab this one. Because we do need to unlock a lot more suits. We're going to do this session in the Tobey Maguire suit again, just because... Let me make sure we didn't unlock anything new. Yeah, I don't think we have anything new. These were all here last time. This is a new one, but I think this suit is terrible. It looks like a mashup of two different suits. I don't know what this is. But it's not great, so we're not going to bother with it. These we saw... We could go Iron Spider, but I just really like the Tobey suit. So we got this one. This is what we're using. This is Tobey's. We got Andrew's first suit, which I don't like. I do like this Tom Holland one. I'd like the Tom Holland one, but we're going to stick with Tobey for now until we unlock some more. But in order to do that, we got to do more of these side missions because you got to get the tokens from them. So.
Thinks we're better off thanks to Spider-Man. Let's see if I can
Uncle Martin says you mostly played with Scarlet Spider. Really? That's your favorite suit? Interesting. I actually do like the Scarlet Spider suit. It's not bad. Where is it? I'm almost positive. But yeah, I do have it unlocked. Yeah, it's not a bad suit. It's actually kind of cool. Something a little different, and it's not too, like, over-the-top different. Like, let's look at this one, for example, which I don't like. Yeah, this one looks like a bad guy from the Power Rangers. Like, this is too much going on. But the Scarlet Spider's a nice suit, actually. It gives me the, we can't see it yet, but this is like the homemade suit. It gives me that kind of vibe, you know, with a little sweatshirt over it, all that. In Scarlet Spider, this is Ben Reilly's Spider-Man, right? Uncle Martin, do I have that right? I think so. I'm almost positive. I don't know a ton about Ben Reilly or his character, but I was under the impression that this was his suit. It's nice, though. I don't mind it. It's different. I never noticed the ankle utility belts. But it's cool. He's got a little utility belt, the two wrist ones. I'm assuming those are his web cartridges. And then whatever he's got at his ankles, I'm not sure. Uncle Martin says, yes, Ben Reilly. I was pretty sure. I'd like to learn more about Ben Reilly. I don't know a ton about his story or his character. But, all right. That said, let's get some work done here. All right, first things first, we have to unlock the full map because it's kind of driving me a little bit nuts that when I open the map, it's just this. Can I zoom out? Yeah, I can. So we've got to do pretty much most of the map. So anytime we're near one of these towers, we're going to try to get that done.
Firefighters doing a wonderful
Starting
job.
with this
There
one.
was crime, sure, but nothing they couldn't handle. Of course, we do have things now we didn't have then. Maniacs who shoot electricity out of their eyes. Walking piles of sand.
Okay.
Nazis made of bees.
I love these J. Jonah Jameson little podcast things. They're ridiculous.
They didn't exist before he came along. At best, he attracts
Come
them.
on, where is it? There. Oh my God, come on.
They're in cahoots.
Wrong way.
Wow, I've never actually heard
There
anyone
we
say
go.
cahoots before. Look, all I'm saying is, I'd hate to imagine what would have happened if all those guys showed up and Spider-Man wasn't here.
Another lost cause. Goodbye.
Okay, I didn't need this whole 360 thing, but that's okay. Oh my God, look at how good that suit looks. The raised webbing just looks so good. Alright, I just heard somebody say help, so that means somebody needs help. I just don't know where they are.
Attention units, an armed robbery was just reported.
Maybe they're here.
Location is Museum Mile. Over.
You on the roof? You guys downstairs? Yep, you're downstairs. Let's go down. Oh shit, there's kind of a lot of them actually. I wasn't expecting that.
Guys! Guns to the face is not proper consumer etiquette.
Are they robbing? Yeah, it's like a little cell phone store, a tech store. actually not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. See if we can pull it off. There we go. Get him stuck to that wall. It's the easiest way to get rid of those
Gotta be a
guys.
special kind of crazy to rob a storefront in the city Spider-Man protects.
All right, you're all good. You can thank your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
You're a mensch, Spider-Man.
Did I hurt you guys? Good news.
Keep shopping.
The police are coming to protect you.
All right, I see. Is this another tower to unlock? Yeah, it is. Damn, that's kind of... That was only a small little section that one did. Let's go do this one. A little bit of web swinging. Get the rust off. It's been a week since I've played. And then we'll get into some more combat action. Oh, okay, so it's these red lights. That's going to be my indicator. Alright, chill out. Let's get that. Alright, so we gotta get this one right about there and there. The Heretical Nerd says the traversal in this game, in these games, has always looked like a ton of fun. It really is, man. They absolutely did a phenomenal job bringing the web swinging mechanics into, you know, the next generation. Well, at the time, the next generation, or the current generation at least, of web swinging. Because before this game, I want to say, because this was obviously 2018. This was Spider-Man PS4, and this is actually that version. This is not the remastered version. So you'll see some of the old character models from the game, specifically Peter Parker in this one, because they changed it going into the remastered version of this game, and then they changed Mary Jane and some other characters going into the Spider-Man 2 game. But regardless of all that, this one I think was the first Spider-Man game since like Web of Shadows, maybe, which is a great Spider-Man game as well. But I could be wrong, and if I am wrong on that and I'm missing a Spider-Man game, forgive me. But this was the first one, I think, that came out for the PS4 era of consoles. You know, PS4, Xbox One, all that. Obviously, it was only PS4, but in terms of bringing the mechanics and the fluidity of web swinging and traversal into that, you know, what was at that time the next generation of gaming, they did a phenomenal job. And I will say the one thing about Spider-Man 2 is a lot of the mechanics in combat and traversal are good. That's one of the strong points of that game. It's a lot of other areas where the game lets you down. One thing I will say, I was actually mentioning this the last stream too, is one thing I didn't love in that game for the traversal was they introduced the kind of webbed, you know, gliding wings under Spider-Man's arms. So you basically had a wingsuit to glide around the city, and while it was a really, really good mechanic and the wingsuits worked great, it almost just became too much of a more convenient way to go around the city that you found yourself kind of gliding around like Batman more than you found, at least me, I found myself gliding around like Batman more than I was swinging around like Spider-Man kind of should type of thing. So, you know, it was almost an issue of they did too good of a job with it that it was hard not to use it all the time. Which just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right for a Spider-Man game. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Just didn't quite feel right for a Spider-Man game, so I prefer the swinging in leaving the kind of quicker traversal option out of it. Just because it's hard not to just pick convenience sometimes. And in that game, I found myself gliding around quite a bit. But I mean, that's also not the worst complaint. Like, you did something so good that it... I guess it sounds bad still when you say it that way. I was going to say you did something so good that it took away from another part of the game, which doesn't sound great, but in a way, like, it's almost a credit of like, damn, you guys did a great gliding mechanic. Just too good. All right, that was a little petty crime. We stopped. Let's go for another tower. Uncle Martin says it became an Iron Man game with the Spider-Man suit. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. Like, because it wasn't even so much gliding. Well, I mean, it was gliding, but the way in which you were able to just build speed and momentum, it felt more like flying. You know what I mean? Like, gliding in Batman, at least, you kind of got a nosedive and to try to build up more speed for yourself, and it's a little bit slower. So it feels like trying to glide. You could just zip around so fast and so kind of like at a straight level that it felt more like he had rocket thrusters or something and he was just flying. That's actually a good way to put it. It felt very Iron Man-like.
Let's hear your thoughts. You're on.
Which, you know, again, credit to making the mechanic work, but just that's not, you know, that's not Spider-Man.
It's like prejudice.
If you wanted to have the gliding wings to do, you know, a little bit of like soft landings and get you a little bit of distance between, you know, breaking off a web like this and then picking up the next one, that's one thing. But you could literally zip from like one side of the city to the other without swinging, just gliding. All right, where's this one?
If I'm a mentally unstable person and I see him getting all this coverage, what am I going to do? It's called copycat behavior, people.
All right, we're gonna get to about this height. Excuse me, this height and this width. A little more height. There we go. All right, what's next? Let's do a Kingpin hideout since we need some combat. I don't need this 360 camera after every one of these that I do, that's for sure. Alright, we got a Kingpin hideout right here. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to go like this. This was not the way. I thought it was going to like trigger a little cutscene or something before I got into it.
I'll turn over some rocks.
Should have came in with stealth, but we're going straight brawling. You know what? We should also grab a couple gadgets. What do we have? The spider drones? This will help.
Got a drone! Push him down already! Rock you!
Alright, not the way we wanted to do this, but so far so good. Take down here.
Something ain't right. Better call the fellas. It's Spider-Man.
Let's get rid of this guy because he's got a bazooka that I really don't want him to use. How many are there? Jeez. Oh, I gotta get some health here. Just throw that at you guys. Blow this guy up. Oop, took a couple shots there, didn't need to. Oh my god, there's more?
That's a lot of tardy slips I'm gonna have to write.
Oh shit, this isn't good. Gotta grab some health. There we go. Alright, we should be alright, yeah. I think it's just these two. Oh, nope, there's more that way. Let's just get ready real quick. Honestly, not a bad first fight to try to get the rust off from a week of not playing.
Spider-Man, my sources say they're running exotic weapons out of that location. Explosives.
Oh, he wasn't close enough to the wall. That was a
This
mistake.
does manage to get stuff you don't see outside the military.
Now you are.
That
Perfect.
needs to stay off the streets by any means necessary.
Oh, rocket, huh? Let's go take care of this guy. Oh, you little shit. He just ran away. See if I can... Oh, he didn't get stuck. Oh, no! I wasn't paying attention. Ah, damn it. He got me. Alright, do it again. Oh, man, I thought we were on a little bit of a run there, too.
Money's gonna be tight while the boss
Alright,
is
well,
inside.
since I get a chance to redo it,
That's what we're doing.
why don't we give it a little bit more stealth, huh? At least get through wave 1. How do I do the... There we go. That's how I do it. Alright, so we got a bunch of them all set up there. None of, I can't take out any of these guys right now. Oh, can I get you? Yep, I can get you. I can get you too. Oh, shit. And then you as well.
Who's there? Nap time.
And then who else we got here? Hey, Tomby. Ah, man. Thank you so much, brother. You are truly a legend, my friend. Tomby just stopped by, gifted 5 memberships, and they went out to Who Drank My Beer, which is a new name. I'm glad to see you over here, Who Drank My Beer. My buddy Carl from the RNG podcast, our buddy Era404, another buddy DB, and another buddy Rick Claire. All good friends. I was going to say members. Good members, but great friends of the channel as well. Thank you so much, Tommy. How you doing, brother? Great to see you as always, my friend, and thank you for the generosity. And I'm glad to see, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, I'm glad to see all 5 went out because I've been running into the issue of, Tommy says, living the dream. Yep, I feel you, brother. I feel you. Me too. Yeah, and I'm happy to see them all go out because I've been running into this issue with the free gifteds I've been given that YouTube allows the channel to give have just been getting stuck in like the limbo of YouTube where people aren't able to get them because I don't know if it's just the acceptance of gifted memberships on the channel setting or any of that, but regardless, I'm glad to see all 5 of those went out. Thank you, man. Tumpy says, just walk the dogs in the sun. Ah, man, that's a good way to start a Sunday. No pun intended with a Sunday. All right. We've got 1, 2, 3 over there, 4 and 5 here. So at some point, oh, we got 1 here. At some point, when you get to like the last 1 or 2 of these stealth guys, it sets off the the next waves of bad guys coming in anyways. So I don't have to worry too much about continuing stealth at this point. So why don't we do what will be easy, which is, I guess it's 3 versus 3. Either way, it's not going to make a difference. Let's just take
Sleep it off. Got it. What are we supposed to do against that? He's webbing me. Here comes the pain.
Try to save the gadgets too for some of the later waves.
Get him! The boss wants Spiderman.
Oh, come on. I did not need to take that hit. That's ridiculous. Let's throw you in the wall. My favorite thing to do to try to thin the numbers out here is to just web as many people to the walls as you can. Because you could be full health and still just get immediately taken out if I do that. So it's the easiest way to just kind of thin the herd. Like this idiot. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. What you can do when you have somebody webbed up like that is throw them at the wall and they'll stick, but of course it didn't let me. Alright, take this out. Avoid the rockets, unlike last time. Oh, that would absolutely hurt like God only knows. Why can I get this guy? Oh, I gotta do the punch in the air. Actually, let's just do this instead. Web him to the ground because I hate those little stun sticks that they have.
Backup's here. Why don't I have backup? All right. Nobody likes me.
All right, let's try to lure a couple of them here. Yep, there we go. Cost me some health, so I don't know how worth it that was, but we'll see. Oh my God! Come on! These rocket guys. Oh my God! For the love of God. Tommy says, cooked a rack of lamb ribs. Oh, nice. Oh, nice side of scalloped potatoes too. Oh, that sounds great. Fantastic, Tommy. Oh, Stasis. How's it going, Stasis? Great to see you, man. Stasis says, afternoon, cooking Sunday dinner, and get to watch the stream live. Nice. I'm glad you could stop by, my friend. Rack of lamb ribs. That sounds great, Tomby. Alright, let me stop being trash and get through this. Alright, there's two. Those three we're not going to hit just yet. Let's grab you. See ya. Move over a couple feet. Do this one. Pete says making breakfast. Yeah, we're on a different schedule than them. They're both on dinner. We're still at the breakfast time.
Anyone else? Literally didn't see that coming.
Alright. Maybe we'll stealth just a couple more guys this time, because I might have jumped down a little too early. Let's do this. What can I shoot to get their attention? Will this work?
Who's there?
Perfect.
Could have been. Shh. There you are.
Alright. Now bring on the fight.
Where are those idiots?
Oh, you know what? Actually,
Guys up here.
I could technically still stealth around a little more. Which you might as well, right? Oh, shit. I did not mean to do that. How would it figure I wanted to go there?
All clear.
Alright, take this guy out. Excuse me.
Spider-Man.
See, and then you automatically just get wave 2, so that was bound to happen. Alright, let's see if we can not get destroyed this time. It's these damn rockets. You gotta pay better attention to those. See, like, I dodged that. It shouldn't have came that late. Ah, there you go. Suck on some web, you nerd. Alright, wave 3. I think there's only 4, so if we can just get through these. Lower these guys this way. Come on, come here. Come here. Come here, you idiot. I love when the AI just doesn't work. Grab some health now. How come my health is not regenerating the way it should? It's getting like the littlest bit.
That's a cheap trick.
Alright, what do we have for gadgets? Impact web, we got another drone, let's use that. Dude, why is it not dodging for me? Alright, who's the one with the rockets? You, let's get you. Oh, there's 2 rocket guys here. Okay, he's taken out, perfect. Where's the other one again? Behind me.
Backup's here.
Is there another wave? Oh, I thought there was only 4.
Right. Nobody likes me.
Spider-Man, my sources say they're running exotic weapons out of that location. Explosives,
Okay. How many more
rocket
left?
launchers.
This
grab
does
some
manage
help.
to get stuff you don't see outside
Let's
the
grab
military.
the impact web, because I
That
forgot to
needs
use
to stay
that.
off the streets by any means necessary.
Get this stuff off of me!
Oop, did not need to take those shots. I don't think we have any more rocket guys, though, so we're in good shape here.
Reinforcements.
Is another
There's
wave?
different types
Jeez.
of reinforcing. You could just say great job a lot.
Where's the rocket? Gotta make sure it doesn't hit me. Oh, we got a couple guys with the riot shields, huh? Alright, we're in a oh, another rocket guy. Take him out immediately. We're in a little bit of a tight spot here. Grab it. Oh my god, that was close. How many guys with rockets? How many waves are there? This doesn't end. Shit. Oh, just slid out of the way that one. I didn't even see him over here. Stick to the wall, moron. Alright, what do we have for... Let's get some spider drones out. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that at that time. Let's get away from that guy's line of sight.
Get back!
This is an early off Fisk hideout too. This is more complicated than I thought it was going to be. This is only the second one I've done. Give me that. Nope. Try again. They really nailed the acrobatic movement of Spider-Man 2. Should just be these last two. You sit over there. Oh my god, it's not those last two. There's rocket guys over there. For the love of God. Where's the other one? Oh, it's a complete... Jeez, that was way more than I thought it was going to be.
Got Big Willie's guys and his weapons all wrapped up like Christmas morning.
Stasis says, go left,
Well,
go right.
you've got a
What's
red
going
suit,
on? Quick
so
swing.
you're close enough to
Yeah,
say
that's
close
kind of the
to me.
nature of it.
Thanks.
That's kind of the nature of the game. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Oh, and right on cue. Sandy, thank you so much. Sandy just dropped another 5 gifted memberships. And it looks like they're all going out to another set of friends of the... I was going to say friends of the family. Friends of the channel. EO, Daily Dysfunction, and Abe all got one. And everybody, make sure you turn on your ability to accept the gifted subs on the channel, because Sandy and Tomby have been very generous already and given a few free gifted. So make sure you turn that on so you're able to accept them. Thank you again, Sandy. I really appreciate that. All right. Oh, we didn't disarm 5 enemies. I'm surprised, given that I thought I did, but apparently not. All right. 1 Fisk hideout down. Why don't we grab... I suppose we could get either one of these towers. Let's do this one since we're a little closer. Okay. Apparently stuck on that. Nothing a little backflip can't solve. Okay. It's not responding to my pressing of the X button for some reason. Alright, let's do this one. So, oh, easy. Alright, we got 2 out of 3 in this area, so that means the third has to be this one. So why don't we grab that and maybe a backpack or 2 along the way. Oh, I can skip that. I didn't realize that. Good, because that's been driving me nuts. That stupid 360 camera shit. Alright, I know I saw the green light here, so where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's not usually at ground level. That's interesting.
Folks,
Oh, look at
I have
that.
to once again
Nelson and Murdoch.
defend
I was just
myself
watching Daredevil
against
yesterday.
the spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion.
Oh, you take care, Uncle
As a
Martin.
fully
You take care. You have a great day, and
I
hope you have fun
bankrolled
hanging
the
out with the family.
experiment that gave him superior strength, speed, and that unsightly cyborg tail.
All right. And
The
thank you for
idea
stopping
was
by,
to
as
create
always.
an
Much appreciated, my friend.
anti-Spider-Man who is not a threat and stops menaces. I had no idea he was crazy. Do you think his resume said psycho with a poisoning fetish? His lawsuit is a transparent attempt to reduce his sentence at the raft by placing the blame for his deeds on me.
I hope you guys. I'm sorry. I just realized I was listening to the. I get so so into listening to the J. Jonah Jameson things because they're always funny. I'm hoping you guys can hear that and the game audio's all right, because that's always a little bit lower than the rest of the game. Because those J. Jonah Jameson podcasts are actually pretty funny.
Available officers, move in on Manhattanville.
Oh my God! Speaking of breakfast and dinner, my stomach just started growling. I haven't eaten yet today. Alright. This one's gonna be tight. And right about there. Alright, that's this portion of the map done. Oh, and we got a backpack right next to us, so we'll grab that. Oh, sorry. It was up here in the corner. Stick to the wall, dude. This one is a comic book. There is little
made this comic about me. Kid's got a future.
Yeah, there's little like, you know, backstories that go to these things you pick up pick up out of the backpacks. How do we see the rest of them? Excuse me. What was the first one? The first one was
my first real date with MJ.
Oh, first date with MJ. Who cares?
Still not sure if opening this would set the Sandman free, but I'm in no hurry to find out.
Okay, so this is apparently a little bit of sand from Sandman.
Oh yeah, that blind guy gave me his card in case Spider-Man ever needs a lawyer. Wait, hold on. If he's blind, how did he know I was Spider-Man?
Because he's not as blind as you would think he is. Nelson and Murdoch, obviously, we know who that is.
Blind
For
guy
those of you
gave
who
me his
don't,
card in case Spider-Man ever
Matt
needs a
Murdock
lawyer.
is Daredevil.
Wait, hold
Foggy
on.
Nelson's his best
If he's
friend.
blind, how did
There
he
you
know I
go.
was Spider-Man?
I'm actually really excited for this show, Daredevil Born Again. It's the first time I've been excited for a Disney Plus show, I think, ever. So we're going to see how it is, but I am excited for it. I really, really love the Daredevil show from Netflix, and I'm fingers crossed hoping that they got it right. We'll see. But it looks good. Everything I've seen looks good. The stuff that I've heard, some like more so from the showrunner himself, a couple weird quotes, made me somewhat concerned, but everything I've seen looks good, and I can only go by what I've seen so far. I know these towers are kind of boring. They don't make for great stream gameplay, but I just want to get them done. So let's bang out maybe these 3, and then we'll do some more combat. Actually, you know what? After these 3, we'll get to the main story mission, because we've done a little bit of side stuff to that. I think we've been going for like an hour almost, and we've only done side missions, so we'll hit these 3, and we'll make our way over to the main story
Local
mission.
units, an assault was just reported. Be advised. Report came in from Morningside Heights. Over.
Oh, there's not usually a fight to take place up on these roofs with those.
Try hitting me. Spoiler, I hit back.
That was a pleasant surprise. Oh, he just shot his own buddy. Is that everyone? Alright, see you, idiots. I think somebody fell off the roof because I don't. Oh, there he is. I knew somebody was still out there. I'm like, there should be some kind of.
I realize the irony in me
This.
saying this, but I hope
Every time
you've
you beat
learned
one of
not to
those.
hit people.
Sandy says my audio is low. Okay, let me adjust that. Is that a little bit better? Gotta love OBS. Every single day is a new day with this thing. Okay, Sandy says better. Perfect. Gotta love streaming, right? Well, not so much the streaming. That is easy to love. It's the setup of streaming. You gotta love the setup of streaming. Something new every day. All right, so that one's done. Let's hit this one, then that one. I mean, there's a bunch we could actually hit between here and there. All right, we'll hit a couple of these, and then just head down to the mission. This one's not very far. Sandy says, at least you won't break a rib streaming games. I'm very grumpy. Sandy's very grumpy today. For those of you who don't know, Sandy had a little bit of a spill yesterday, right before her stream. She's doing okay, but she's a little banged up, so a little bit of rest and relaxation today. I hope you're starting to, well, I would say I hope you're starting to feel better, Sandy, but I know well enough to know that the next day is always the worst. The next two could be kind of the tougher parts of a bit of pain like that. So hopefully within the next couple days you're starting to feel a lot better, and hopefully it's not too bad in the meantime. But yeah, the first day after a fall can be pretty sore for sure. Oh, and we got a little crime over here, so we might as well do this because, you know, Spider-Man's just not going to not help people. Oh, we got a big guy, so he's going to be a little bit tough. Let's take out all these little guys first.
When Spider Cop's on the job, come hell or high water, the job gets...
Nope.
Kick him off the roof. It actually gets rid of them quicker because then they just web to the side of it. Well, the side of the building.
His casual disregard
Oh, no sleep, Sandy? Ugh, yeah, that sucks. Nothing worse than being injured and unable to sleep. That's a double whammy.
I will crush your
Can I use my impact web on him? I think I can. I can. Perfect.
Drugs are maybe my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5. Or bottom 5.
All right.
That works.
Wait a minute. There was something else I was doing. Oh yeah, I was doing the towers. That one's kind of out of the way. What is this? What is this? Storming the castle? Why is it this symbol? I've never seen that symbol before. All right, let's just do these two in the middle here. Kind of actually, no, we'll do these 1, 2, and 3. That should square off this whole side of the map, and then we'll go to the main story mission.
I called you guys a ride. It'll be the one with the flashing red and blue lights.
There was a there's a backpack here too. Might as well grab it. Where is it? I can hear it. Oh no, that's a crime. Where are you? I know I can hear you. Oh, there it is. Let's see what this one is.
Aw, the good luck card from when I left the Daily Bugle to go into research.
Oh.
Some really great people there. And Jameson.
Oh, I see Eddie Brock, J. Jonah Jameson. When I saw this the first time playing this back in 2018, I assumed Venom would be Eddie Brock. Silly me to assume that, right? All right, let's go get this one. I really don't know what they were thinking with that change. I don't know if anybody's aware of what they did in the second game. It's not even a spoiler because I'm pretty sure they revealed it in the trailer, and I don't think any of you really care. So I don't mind in a slight spoiler here. But if you do tend to care about the story of that game or interested in playing it, this will be a spoiler. So mute the stream for a second. But they chose to make Harry Osborn Venom.
walk in like they own the
which
place,
was
waving guns
just an
around.
insane choice.
Appalling.
It
When a businessman is afraid to make an honest
and it didn't really even work well
the
within the
life
realm
that
of the story they were
Spider-Man came along
telling,
and stopped
to be
him.
honest with you. And
Are you listening?
again, I
He
can
caused
appreciate
the
some of the
problem.
idea of
Did-
let's
forgive
try to
me
tell
for
a
raising
different
my voice.
Spider-Man
I'm
story than the
also
one
the thought of
everybody
what you went
knows.
through. Jared, our call
But
is
man,
shaken.
it
Let's
just
let
did
him
not
go.
work.
I'm fine.
Not for me, at least.
Bye.
Harry as Venom was just bizarre. Alright, where's this backpack?
1072, mugging. Needed officer on the scene. Incident was reported near Sugar Hill. Over.
Oh, there it is. Alright, where is the next one of these? We'll go here. Not like that. That's not what I wanted to do. I will say, I didn't mind the Craven stuff in this second game. It's just the way it ends with him feels a little bit cheap. But the Craven stuff was pretty good. I didn't mind that. Just not a great ending to his story, I didn't think. And I'll also say that playing as Venom, for as much as you do, was really
Available
fun.
units, an assault was
It's
just
just the
reported.
story was
Any
terrible.
officers near Central Park, please proceed to the scene.
That's one thing about that game, honestly, is the mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics and gameplay that is fun in that game. It's just story was a letdown, side missions were a letdown. They're not as good as the side missions in this game. Just overall, the game was very much a letdown. And the next one we have from these guys is the Wolverine game, so we'll see how that turns out. I would love for that to be good. Haven't had a good Wolverine game since probably Wolverine Origins. Oh, what's up, guys? You having a meeting? Oh, you got a cheap shot. That's not fair. Took all of you guys to mug this one guy back here? Oh shit, shit, shit. Oh shit, not good, not good. Okay, we should be alright though.
Oh, what? It's not fun getting beat up? We'll sit
That was
with
close.
that for a while.
Thanks. It used to
Oh,
be
it
safe
took
here.
all you guys to try to mug this poor girl? What's wrong with you guys? Grow up. Be better men. All 10 of yous. Bunch of pieces of crap. And you guys were just strolling by, not intervening? Come on.
Say cheese.
Light's bad. Move left.
You know, I've actually never been into Central Park. I walked by it when I was last in New York, but I've never actually walked through it. I was a little busy at the time when I walked by it, so I wasn't able to go through. It would have taken way too long. Stacy says that's New York for you. Yeah, you're not wrong, my friend, unfortunately. Alright. We'll do this last one to kind of finish off this whole top section here. Oh, you know, I gotta search this. I gotta search the perimeter of Central Park here to see if I can find the building from Ghostbusters, Sandy and Stasis, the one that Sigourney Weaver's character lives in. Oh, I also gotta look for the firehouse too. See if I can find that. I'm curious if it's in the game or not.
10-10, witness called in an active drug deal. Proceed to Sycamore. Over.
Okay, let's get this last one. Oh, for the love of God. You are the wall crawler. Crawl up the wall. Alright, this one's tight. Right about there. Right about there. Easy. Alright, chat. Thank you for bearing with me while we go through some boring tower missions. But next up is story mission. I actually do have a crime and a Fisk hideout next to me, but we're going to pass that because I promised we'd get to the story mission. Question. Can I fast travel? I should be able to, right? What's the fast travel point, though? Yeah. I forget. How do I fast travel? Whatever. We'll swing. Taking the view. Taking the view of the city, the view of the suit, appreciation for the mechanics. Why not, right? One little detail, you guys will notice this, assuming you can hear enough of the game. So if he's running up a building, I actually love that they added this. There's a lot of good attention to detail. So if he's running up this side of the building, you'll hear the footsteps sound like they're on concrete or something more solid. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but if you go to a building like this, it actually sounds like he's running up windows, which easy enough to do on separate buildings where like one's stone and one's all glass windows. But the real thing that was impressive is buildings like this, for example. We've got a solid base and then windows. Actually, that wasn't the best example of it. This will be better. So you've got some concrete here. You got bricks. And then it switches to Windows sound there. I always thought that was a good touch. Nice attention to detail. When you've played this game as many times as I have, you get down to enjoying some of that stuff because you've enjoyed just about everything else as well. You notice pretty much everything. I thought we just... that wasn't it, right? I know the Sanctum Sanctorum's in this game. I just forget where. I know Bleecker Street, obviously, but yeah, no, that's not it. That's an embassy or something.
Can't forget to check in with Mr. Lee about this mask.
See? Bricks. And then windows. Nice touch. AWOL, it's funny you ask about a Neo cosplay there, because one of those buildings I was just running up alongside of, I think it was the first one that was all windows, it actually specifically made me think of Neo in the Matrix. So we were thinking the same thing there. It made me think of that exact building. Alright, I believe we are meeting up with Martin Lee here, so let's see what he's got for us.
Almost morning. Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
Oh, okay. Cream cheese bagel? Oh, that's that famous New York coffee cup, too.
Mr. Lee's usually in his office now.
Yeah, see, we are doing, or we are playing, rather, the original version of this that I bought for the PS4, which is why the character model is this old Peter Parker. And I gotta tell you, this is a better Peter Parker model than the one they switched to in the remaster. The remaster looks like a weird wannabe Tom Holland thing. It's weird. It's like a Temu Tom Holland. It's very odd. All right, Martin, where are you? Are you up in your office? Where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Peter, can I do for you?
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr.
See,
Lee.
like,
I
these
have a friend,
cinematics
Mary
sound
Jane.
wicked
She's
low
a
in my
reporter.
headphones.
She's doing a story on art imports, and she found this piece.
So I'm hoping you guys can hear it.
Well, she wanted an expert
I might
opinion
just
on
kinda
it, and I know you have
Turn
a
it up a
degree.
little
and
bit
this
during the
might be the first
cinematic
time I
and
actually
turn it
get to
down
use
during the
it.
louder action.
Let's see what you have. Interesting. Where'd she find it?
I'm really not sure. Why? What is it?
A replica of an antique Chinese opera mask. I haven't seen one in years.
It's a cool looking mask. One
The
thing I've
symbol
always
here
wanted to
roughly
do as a
translates
nerd
to demon.
is get a collection of just like very famous
My
masks
father
in
read
pop
me ghost
culture
stories
from
with that mask
you know,
and symbol in it when I was young.
movies, TV,
Scared
comics,
the hell out of
whatever.
me.
Masks, helmets, like the whole
Here,
deal.
listen.
I don't know why. I've just always thought it'd be such a cool
That
thing.
mask,
Like,
it's
it started when I was watching Avatar, The Last
could
Airbender
be
one day, and I
connected
thought
to
how cool it
dangerous
would be to
people.
have a blue spirit mask.
Mary Jane might want to
And
find
then
a
I was
different
like,
story.
damn, there's actually
Do you
a
think
lot
she's
of
in
cool
trouble?
masks in pop culture that
don't know.
would make for a super cool collection. The mask from the movie The
Why
Mask,
take the
for
risk?
example. You know, a Power Ranger helmet, maybe the green or red one, a very classic one. There's a ton. Black mask from Batman, obviously. There's a lot of cool masks that could make for a really cool collection.
Hey,
The symbol inside the mask means demon. It really spooked Mr. Lee. Never seen him like that. He even said you should drop the story.
fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, that makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
You know, for some reason, I find MJ to be very boring in these games. Not even just her gameplay. I don't know. It's like the dialogue, the relationship with them. It's just boring. It's not as good as it should be. I suppose her gameplay probably doesn't help, because the gameplay is so bad with her that it kind of makes you just get annoyed anytime you see her. Oh my god, the suit looks great in the daytime. Look at that, chat.
Got some time to kill
Look at the
before
blue
Doc
and
needs
the
me at
red.
the lab. Let's do a little Spidey
Oh, that
workout
looks
in the
brilliant.
city.
What the hell is that? Oh, level up. Alright, do we have new suits? Doesn't look like we do. What are these suit mods? Enemies take longer to detect you in stealth. Are these things I have to... Oh, okay. Why don't I remember these at all? Alright, let's start with this. Gadget attacks generate focus. Check. We'll take that. Reduces incoming melee damage. Check. Increases the range on the AR scanner. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. Increases XP. Perfectly dodge. Temporarily increases damage. Okay, we'll take that. Increase the rate of focus. Increase the rate focus generates. Excuse me. Oh, crap. I'm out of coins. I don't remember this suit mod thing. Oh, I can only pick 3. Okay, I see what's going on here. Well, I'm glad I didn't unlock too many then. Suit power. I remember this, and we're going to stick with this one for now. Are we? No, you know what? We're going to take out the Iron Spider. Well, I suppose if we're going to take out the Iron Spider arms, or whatever we want to call them. Yeah, iron arms. We might as well switch to the Iron Spider suit, right? Let's take a look at it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's not a bad suit. It's just a little too much. Too tech. Like, do we have the Iron Spider from the comic suit in this? I thought we did. I think at some point you unlock it. I just might not have it unlocked yet. And the Iron Spider suit, the like all red one, looks a little bit better than this. Alright, we'll try it out for a little bit since we're using the arms. Why not? What's next? We don't have a story mission. So we gotta do a little bit of street crime in the meantime. I guess we'll just do this. I know this is boring, chat, these stupid towers, but I just kind of want to get them done so that they're done for the remainder of this playthrough. This is honestly a cool suit. Now that I'm looking at it in a little bit more full motion here.
Attention units, we have a break-in in progress.
It is cool.
Mobilize on touchdown.
Oop, and I just went by a crime. Cop's gonna have to get that one. Let's grab this backpack.
to me, he seemed worried.
Oh, I would have been
Are you
positive
into
that it was on
something
the water tower.
dangerous?
Where is this
Oh,
thing?
it's just a story Mary Jane's investigating. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
I can hear
Please
you.
tell
Where
me
are
you
you?
two are back together.
We're talking again. Baby steps.
Is it down here?
I hope I didn't upset Mr. Lee.
Oh, there it is.
He's just concerned. I was actually touched by how concerned. I knew he liked you. He admires how dedicated.
A Spider-Man
Spider
plushie.
plushie! Oh, a toy designer made this prototype to get me to license my likeness. Too bad there's no way to get paid without revealing my identity.
Oh, yeah, true. That kind of sucks, huh, Pete? You could easily just
The
license
Spidey
out the
Squad.
Spider-Man side of it,
My
but you
one
can't
and
get
only
paid.
fan club. When Jameson's going off on me.
All right, tower number whatever for the stream.
Hey May, sorry. I think we were talking about Mr. Lee. I didn't
Can't
upset
remember.
him
Is
when I stopped by, did I?
Taskmaster? Anybody who's
He's
played
just
this game in chat,
concerned.
is Taskmaster
I
in
was
this
actually
game or
touched
is it
by
the
how
second one? I
concerned.
could have sworn it was this
I knew
game.
he liked you. He admires how dedicated you
He's
are to
actually got
helping
some
others.
difficult side
I
missions,
think you
whichever
remind
game he's
him
in.
of
I'm
himself when he was
almost
younger.
positive it's this one though.
Both orphans, both so smart.
Well, the admiration's mutual. You've got a good boss, May.
I'll tell him you said
Yeah, let's
so.
go fight this
Love
street
you,
crime.
Peter.
Let's test out our new iron arms.
Don't scare me.
Oh, and I immediately get punched in the
Hello?
face.
Dr. Octavius.
Oh, hey.
This
what's
probably
up?
wasn't the best fight to bust these things out in, but they're pretty good.
I totally forgot. I didn't forget. I just, I'll be there soon.
His tardiness is starting
Bad
to become
kid.
a pattern. Come on, Parker.
Here's your stuff.
See, like, this is what I mean about this game's kind of little quick time event stuff. It just feels a little bit more interactive and kind of fluid to Spider-Man. So, as much as I'm not a fan of, and forgive me, anybody who didn't watch the last stream, but I talked a little bit about how I'm not a huge fan of quick time events in games. In this game, it just feels like they made them a little bit more fun, a little bit more interactive. Why can't I break my camera view off of this thing? Oh, because there's still somebody here.
Hey, Doc. I'm on my way for the fitting now. Be there soon. Sure.
His
I better be
tardiness
more
is starting
careful
to
with
become
my
a pattern.
adoring public.
Come on, Parker.
There we
You're
go.
better than this.
He's right.
Yeah, you have to, when they
lose
don't
track
give
of
you
time.
a story mission immediately, you just have to do a little bit of street crime and they'll eventually pop one up for you. AWOL asks, if Spidey releases any merch, does he get sued by Sony? Yeah, probably in some way. Sure. Knowing Sony, they want to get money anywhere, even if it's virtual money inside of a fake world.
Officers needed south of Houston.
There's no Spider-Man licensing going on that they're not going to get their hands on. Yeah, at least not in this video game world, that's for sure. It is weird to me that Marvel decided to do an exclusive console thing with Sony. It's just, Spider-Man's such a big IP that you really gotta wonder why limit yourself, you know, in terms of the platforms that can play it. Granted, it has showed up on PC, so like that, you know, widens it quite a bit. But why wouldn't you want your Spider-Man IP to be on every single platform possible? If it was maybe like a B-list, C-list, D-list hero, I could see it. You know, not that I would personally make that choice. I think the more platforms you can reach, the better. But I'm sure they cut, you know, Marvel a huge deal and huge money to get the rights to it, so it must have been lucrative and worth doing for Marvel. But yeah, for lesser characters, I could see. But someone like Spider-Man, you'd think you'd want it on as many platforms as possible. But what the hell do I know? I don't run Sony. Ooh.
How does it work? Just like a natural arm. You think of what you want it to do, and
I do like that this was kind of the root of Dr. Octavius's work. You know, trying to help out people. He's got a good story in this game.
Yes.
The whole story of this game is actually really good. which is what made the
Hey,
second game such
hey.
a disappointment.
What do you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker, how the hell are you?
Speak of the devil. Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor.
Oh yeah, I
It's
forgot he was the
Norman.
mayor in this.
Norman!
Norman, what do you think you're doing?
The grant agreement you signed has strict safety provisions.
How's New York
This
always
isn't
electing
your
these
first
mayors?
violation.
Norman Osborn, Kingpin in the Daredevil show? Good
Those
lord.
were excused.
By me. We should have confiscated this equipment long ago.
But I've had a breakthrough.
Thank you for your great service to our country. These folks will escort you to Oscorp Robotics, where you'll receive the latest in prosthetics. No charge.
This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oscorp.
Sorry, Chad, I'm just enjoying this.
You always were the
this cinematic
smartest
as
guy
well.
in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Hey, Peter. Harry will be coming back from Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business you always talked about. This is opportunity knocking.
I don't know, sounds more like a deal with the devil.
Easy. They didn't take everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter. There's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
Ooh, tough break, guys. Should have known better getting into business with Norman Osborn. Now that I'm looking at this suit, though, I kind of don't really like it that much. Kind of want to go back to the Tobey Maguire suit. You know what? Let's split the difference. Let's change the suit. We won't go back to Tobey's, but we will go to Tom Holland's from Far From Home, I believe, right? This is the one with Mysterio? Yeah, let's try this one out for a little bit. I do
do
actually
something to
really
help
like this
Doc.
suit.
Maybe call Harry. Ask him to talk to his dad. No. Norman never listens to Harry. Even tried to kill funding for his research stations. Hey.
Oh, you know, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the
See how
suit
they're
from
doing
the
while Harry's
end
in
of No
Europe.
Way Home, like the one he makes himself,
Must be some way to help Doc.
is in this
I'll
game,
think
but
of
it
something.
might only be in the remastered, which is such a shame because it's actually a really great looking suit. Because his and the second suit from
Harry
what
left
do you
me a
call
message about these
the
before he left.
second suit from
Pete,
Andrew
I
Garfield's
need a favor.
Spider-Man is actually
My
also in
mom's
the
pet
game, but
project
I
was
do think
research
it's just the
stations that could
remastered
benefit
version.
the public. Now, I launched them, but now that I'm away, Oscorp's gonna shut them down unless they prove their value. I was hoping you could watch them. I left details in each one.
Oh, these missions kind of stink.
Thanks, man. As long as they're here, it's like a part of my mom is too.
Well, it's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means a lot to him. I'll do what I can to help.
All right, let's just, I guess we'll just head this way and, yeah. Well, no, maybe we'll do a Fisk thing because these are just kind of like look and search. Yeah, let's head up this way. We'll grab this tower, and then this Fisk thing here. Oh, I guess we should probably do this first before I leave. Oh, I hated these. Let's just do it and get it over with. I gotta like swing
I've got a
through
couple stations measuring
clouds
air
of
pollution.
smog.
The idea is to catch the, what's the word, contaminants before they reach toxic levels. Between you and me, I think Oscorp wants this to fail because it might show they're polluting.
The amount of polycyclic hydrocarbons in the air is way too high. And rising. If it keeps getting worse, people could die. Particles are concentrating in trouble spots, like mini clouds of smog.
I
I'll
like
swing
how
through them
all
and
this
get
the
samples,
smog
then trace
wasn't
them to
here
the
before
source.
I started this mission, but it all just rolled in very conveniently.
Nasty as they are, I gotta swing right through those clouds. For these clouds to be visible to the naked eye, the level of toxins must be up there.
Well, they weren't visible literally 30 seconds ago.
Gotcha.
And nosedive.
I'm getting some good stuff. Well, good samples of bad stuff anyway. Got it.
Well, you know, for a game that's got great side missions, not all side missions are built the same. This one is not the best. Oh, we do have a good fight with, I believe, Scorpion and Vulture.
I must be freaking these people out.
In this part of the map.
What else
later
is
on,
new?
though. I think literally right here.
Huh. The toxin's coming from two types of cars, and a faulty smokestack. I better get photos.
Oh god, and I gotta do photos? Jeez. Boring. Alright, dude, you could slow down. Jackass. Why can't I take the picture? Oh. Idiot.
Perfect.
Here's the other one. Can we get it flying? Come on.
Great light on that.
Got it. Hey, Grizz. How's it going, man? Great to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. Stick to the wall, Spidey. Stick to the wall. Or smokestack. Alright. That is annoying. Let's get rid of this camera thing for a second, because it's very frustrating.
Best smokestack picture I ever took. The Department of Environmental Protection will take it from here.
Should do that the first time.
Maybe I should make a green spider costume for Earth Day.
Maybe you shouldn't,
Well,
Spider-Man.
Harry Station just stopped a public health crisis. Oscorp's gonna have a hard time arguing it's not useful.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now
Oh,
he's
nice.
robbing a
Alright,
bank
let's go
on
do the
East
Shocker
31st.
boss fight.
What
This is a
happened?
fun one.
I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker was working for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead.
Hey, Rick.
Whoever made
How's it
him
going,
work
man? Great to
Shocker
see
didn't
you.
want any loose ends.
How's your Sunday morning treating you?
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's creepy. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
All right, Herman. We're on our way. Hold tight, buddy. We got an ass kicking waiting for you. Hey, Abe. How's it going, my friend? Everybody, don't forget to wish Abe a happy belated birthday. His birthday was Thursday, if I have my
The vacuum I created
days
by
of the
putting
week correct.
Fisk away. Jameson
So happy
was right.
belated Abe.
The demons are my fault.
But what were you supposed to do? Let Fisk keep godfathering?
Rick says, the omelet he just made has been eaten and he feels fine, brother. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. No complaints. It's
Hey,
Saturday.
I'm no lawyer,
Oh, Jesus,
but,
Saturday. It's Sunday. I'm playing Spider-Man streaming. I can't complain.
Oops, guess we're stuck in here for a while. Want to play
All right,
20
Herman.
questions?
Let's fight.
No? How about we thumb wrestle? Okay.
Yeah, I also wish it was Saturday again, Sandy. I don't know how we got this split of 2 days, working 5 days and 2 days off on the weekend. The 5-2 split is crazy. It should be 3 days off, 4 days on, if anything. 5-2 is crazy.
So we can talk science.
Somehow we got suckered into that one, though.
Remember our first fight? Me, so young and
Okay, I don't remember how to do this boss fight, so this may be a bit of a learning curve.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. I mean, are there any standard metrics for how much talking one should do?
What just
And who
happened there.
determines the ideal ratio of talking versus not talking? Okay, now I can do some real damage.
Alright, so I gotta hit him with the big stuff, and then beat the crap out of him.
Why are you doing this,
So I gotta
Herman?
break that force field. But he can blast me pretty quickly, so I gotta do this
Coming your way.
immediately after the shots. And he's destroying all the big stuff that I was gonna use. You're being annoying, Herman.
If you come clean, I can help you.
You really want to help me? Let me have the money!
Sorry, not gonna happen.
Yeah, like, I can't even get that thing to whip around as quickly as I need it to. And I'm stuck in a bad spot here. Okay, I think I gotta wait for him to do the kneel down. You know, last stream I said that I actually didn't really care for this shocker suit too much. It was a little bit too mechanical. But getting a better look at it now, I actually kind of do like
Try
it.
day trade. It's all the rage. Wait. Oh, no! Oh, come on, Herman. You tell me who you're working for. I can
How
help
did
you
that
cut
just
a deal.
Come on.
If I talk, I'm dead! They made that very...
Okay, I didn't know he had that move. That's news to me. Alright.
Tell me who you're working for. I can help you cut
So,
a deal.
it seems like the trick is to stay up in the air
They made that very clear!
Oh, okay, see, it's kind of sectioned off. I thought it was a little bit more of I thought it was a perfect
gonna
circle.
hurt.
I do like that it allowed me to pick that up from these second
Not like you
phase.
to be afraid of people.
Not even sure these guys are people!
It just takes so long to whip these big chunks.
Wait, did you say Max?
I gotta wait till he's in these moves, I guess.
These mask guys. What do they want the money for?
Oh my god, press the right button.
Don't care! As soon as I finish the job, I'm gone!
Okay, catch this one with
Alright,
your
chat.
face.
Now I get what I'm doing here. It's been a little bit.
Give up now and we can protect you.
No way! You ain't see what I see!
I forget who it is that hired.
Okay,
Hired
last
the
chance
Kings
to
of
give up. This time I really mean it.
We're going!
Oh, come on.
Now, for your own choice! Stand still!
If you ask nicely, maybe. Okay, I was kidding before. Now
I
is
was
your
expecting
last chance. Seriously.
I should have been. That's on me. Oh, he got me. I can't decide if I want to web swing away from those or if I want to dodge them. It's been kind of hit or miss on both.
Okay, last chance to give up. This time I really mean it.
We're going!
I think my timing is what's the problem. Yeah, definitely my timing.
Okay,
Because the
I
dodge
was
seems
kidding
to like
before.
perfectly fine.
Now is your last chance.
Like that's bad
Seriously.
timing. That's on me. It's not on the game.
Give up before you really get hurt!
Sorry, Herman. You brought this on yourself. Literally.
That certainly didn't need to be 3 tries. I could have got that done easier if I was paying attention.
Man, he was scared and desperate. These demons are everywhere all of a sudden.
Rick says just ordered a few... I'm not familiar with that, Rick, actually. Computer schematic of Manhattan.
Okay, Yuri.
Yeah, is Escape from New York? That's a movie, right?
We have a special cell
I'm
waiting
almost
for him at the round.
positive of.
We'll make sure he stays behind bars this
Escape
time.
from New York sounds very familiar.
I'm pretty sure he was working for the Demon Gang.
Demon Gang? Sounds like a Daily Bugle headline.
Hey, the Bugle is a perfectly fine news
Yes, Kurt
organization.
Russell. Okay, yep, that's
Not
ringing
sure
a bell
I'd call
now.
it news.
Yeah, I've never
Well,
seen
I've
it.
heard they have some
It's
really
an
good
80s
reporters.
classic, right? I've never seen
Anyway,
it. I should.
Have you had any more reports
80s?
on demon,
For as
guys
much
with
as I
masks?
love like 80s pop
me get back
culture
to you.
in terms of like music
By the way,
and kind of the whole vibe
how
of the
much of a
80s,
mess did you make
80s
inside that
movies
bank?
has probably
You
been
probably
the
don't wanna
era
know.
of movies that I've missed the most of for some reason or another. Sandy says
Fight
it's a
with Shocker
classic.
took a while.
Classic
Time to catch
almost.
up on what
B-movie.
I've been
Okay.
missing out
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
have to
city.
watch that one. There's a lot from that era of, especially those actors. Your Kurt Russells, even your Dennis Quaid, like Inner Space that we watched yesterday. There's so many that I missed from the 80s, and I don't know why. Like, for some reason, 80s movies I watched a lot of 80s sitcoms. I love 80s music from, heavy metal to the hair metal to your 80s pop, all that kind of
Getting
stuff.
much coverage.
But 80s
should
movies,
look
for
for more
some reason,
towers
a
to
lot of them
activate.
just went right past me. So I've been trying to circle back and watch as many of them as I can. Escape from New York, that's what I'll put on the list. Is Kurt Russell also Big Trouble in Little China?
Hey, MJ.
Is that him too?
We were talking about the demons. Keep feeling like they're
There's
my
another one
fault.
that I scrolled across
cleared
that
space
recently,
for
and I was
them
like,
by
oh,
putting
this
Fisk
is
away.
another one that I've always heard as a
What were we
classic
supposed
80s
to
that
do?
I
Let
have to
Fisk
watch.
keep godfathering? Are you okay? You sound even mopier than usual.
All right. Oh, we're right next to a tower, so we might as well do that.
I think I might have just lost my job.
Rick says, yep.
The
I thought
city.
so. I was pretty sure that was one
Norman
of his
actually
movies.
pulled our funding.
Yeah, a lot of Kurt Russell stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
honestly, just a lot of your
If Harry were
80s
here, he'd
stars
talk some
while they were
sense
in the
into his
80s.
dad.
I've missed a lot of their
You'll
movies.
find another source. Your work's
Like,
too
I've
important.
seen Kurt Russell
Thanks,
and
MJ.
Dennis Quaid and
Talk
some
to
of
you
these
soon.
actors and stuff, later than the 80s when they were in the 90s, 2000s, all that. But their actual 80s ones that were like some of the biggest hits, I've missed a lot of them. I definitely have to make the effort to circle back. I do believe quite a few of them are on a film club list, which is great, because one way or another I'm going to get to them. So that's great. But I got to put forth a better effort, too. Kim Cattrall, yeah, wow, that's a name you don't hear too often. Kim Cattrall, yep.
All units need immediate response to it.
I do see a
so I
red
looked
light
into
over here, so
reports
why
of
we do this tower?
demons.
I knew you'd come around.
They've been pretty busy tonight, hitting a lot of Fisk properties.
They're going after Fisk? Damn. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Brewing gang war?
Let's try to get ahead of it. Are there any Fisk properties that haven't been hit tonight?
Let me see. Patrol reported a bunch of
Oops,
activity
that's
at
not
one
it.
of his
It's over
shipyards in Portside.
Thanks, Yuri. I'll check it out.
Thanks for the heads up. 10-4 will notify.
Yeah, I gotta
Hey,
take
Yuri,
a look at the. I
any
gotta
idea
take a
what
look at the
Fisk
film
uses
club
that
list to
shipyard
see
for?
which 80s movies are
No
on
idea.
there that I can
Let me
wait to
send an
watch until
officer
they
to
come
meet
up,
you there. His
and then make a
name's
small
Jefferson
little list of
Davis.
myself
That's
of
his
other
beat.
kind of big popular
He's a
ones
good
from the
cop.
80s that
Been
might not be
working
on the
the
film
Fisk
club
case for
list that I can
years.
just watch in my own
If
spare
anyone
time.
knows what's going
Because
on
I
at
do
that
want to do
shipyard,
some
it's him.
videos. I was actually talking to Sandy and Stasis about this. I can't remember if it was before the stream, after the stream, or on stream last week. But I do want to do a series of videos where I kind of do, title it "I Finally Watched," and then kind of like I finally watched X movie, and let X movie change all the time. So classics from the 80s classics from any era that I might have missed, to be able to say like, oh, I finally watched this and this is my thoughts on it. So I want to do that kind of series of videos anyways, so I'll probably start making some lists of big popular, whether it's big popular blockbusters, hits, or just, very, very good movies that were maybe not as popular, but cult classics, Oscar winners, whatever it may be. A bunch of stuff that, is well-liked or well-regarded that I haven't seen, and do I finally watched such and such series of videos. And there's probably not a better place to start than the 80s. For many reasons. It's my most missed era, and it's also just a super popular one. Because you got people from that generation, you know, still very passionate about the movies that they love. Plus, you got people who may have not have seen them like I have, who might be interested in checking some out if they get a recommendation from somebody who is like them, who hasn't seen them. You know, because sometimes you'll get movie recommendations from people of eras, different eras in time, whether it be 80s, 90s, whatever, where they really love it, but maybe it doesn't hold up for your, you know, younger generations in terms of people from the, you know, maybe something from the 70s. Somebody from the 2000s doesn't feel like it would hold up. Or, you know, something from the 90s, somebody from the 2000s doesn't feel like it might hold up. So to hear somebody from one of those later generations kind of give a boosted opinion of like, no, this is actually good and it does hold up. You don't have to be from the 80s or 70s or 90s to like it. That might strike a chord with an audience, so we'll see. This looks like the pier from Spider-Man 2.
If they set one toe inside the vault, I'll have your head.
Got it, boss. Tripling security. Demons won't touch a thing.
AWOL says, I wanted to suggest
Listen up.
Thief
Demons
from
are making moves on all our
1981 to you
caches.
because you
Lost
like the
2
caper
tonight
type
already.
film, and I'm a fan of the
Boss may
soundtrack
be
by
in
Kendra
lock.
Dream. Oh,
That
hey, I
doesn't
will
mean
throw
his
that on the
hardware's
list,
up for
AWOL.
grabs.
Absolutely.
Com check, Eagle 2, you up?
Let me actually make a quick
Eagle
note
2
of that here
reporting
while I'm
in.
sitting here and I got pen and a paper next to me.
What caches are the demons after? Need to take out Fisk's men and figure out what they're guarding.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I don't want it in Fisk's or the demons' hands.
And, well, I appreciate
Snipers
that,
everywhere.
AWOL. It is officially on the
I
list.
need to deal with them first.
And I will make that one that I watch. Sorry, I just want to read the chat real quick here. Rick says, Jay, did you ever see the movie Stargate with Kurt Russell and James Spader? Nope, that's another one. To be honest, I have not seen much from Kurt Russell. Trying to think. Most of what I've seen from him, I can think of in more recent movies like Hateful Eight. Obviously, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy. I'd have to take a look at his filmography to see what I actually even have seen from him. Yeah, I feel like he was such a big hit in the 80s, and that just is an era that missed me, so I've missed so many of his movies. But Stargate, all right, let me add that one to the list too. Stargate with Kurt Russell and James Spader. James Spader, is that, I always get confused. That's the guy who did the voice for Ultron, right? He was in the show The Blacklist. He took over for Michael Scott in The Office for a little bit. I'm thinking of the right guy, right? Yep. Abe says, yep. He's a damn good actor, man. He is a damn good actor. So I'll definitely check that out. Did I ever see Death Proof? No. That was more recent, though, wasn't it? Wasn't that one of the, like, the Grindhouse type of movie? If I recall. It's amazing how many movies I'm aware of and know, but just haven't actually watched. For some reason, just like trailers and certain things stick in my mind, much like that one.
A lot of junk scattered around here.
But yeah, no, that's another one I haven't
This
seen.
web shot could make a great distraction. That sniper has a guard watching him. May need to divide
Take this
and
guy
conquer.
out first. Rick says, yes, it's damn good. It's a little bit gory, but it's good. I mean, I got no issue with gore, so I'll be interested in checking that out.
Stand by.
Sleep it off.
I've got no issue with gore. To me, when I complain about gore, is more so like the way horror movies switched from trying to scare you to just being as gory as they possibly can. But in terms of gore, like, you know, I've been watching Daredevil with my wife because she's never seen it. I don't think I want to go about doing this the way that I'm about to try it. I think that's going to go poorly for me. I've been watching Daredevil with my wife recently because she's never seen it, and I forgot how gory that show was in terms of the fights and the brutal just action in it. And there's parts where you just like, you kind of wince at the screen where you're like, oh god, that was disgusting. Like we were watching season 2, and yesterday was the episode we were on was not to spoil it for anybody, I'll give a light kind of summation of it, but it has to do with Stick and Elektra and kind of some stuff they've got going on. And at some point, Stick is basically captured by the hand, and they're doing like bamboo shoots up the fingernails, and like, oh my god, the visual of it was like, jeez, man, it is so gross. But I mean, it works for the tone of that show. It works. So like, I have no issue with gore whatsoever. It's just there's times when it feels like it's senseless just to try to do a shock factor. That I'm like, that's kind of lame. And I do think that horror movies have gone too much
Literally
in that
didn't see that coming.
You like this him? Do something.
All right, who else do we have to take out here? Let's go this way. We'll just quietly sneak down.
No. Shh. You're never getting out of here.
I gotta figure out a way to get to you. Because you're gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. I got an idea. Alright, idea went wrong almost immediately. Because I have nothing to swing off of up here, and I just realized that. Alright, plan B. Oh, those didn't hit him, huh? They just evaporated in midair? Got it. Okay. Makes sense. Are you kidding me? These aren't hitting him. Well, I can't get any closer either, so this is a bit of a problem. I guess we'll do it that way. Oh, look at that. Got stuck to that light post. What a perfect little accident that was.
Sweet dreams.
Alright, now they're out. I think I saw one. Oh no, wait, we got a bunch more. I didn't even see half of these. Okay, if we go here, we should be able to get you.
Nighty night.
If we go back up, we should be able to get you. And then you. Who's left? Oh, somebody's got a question mark over there, so let's see what this guy wants. Nope, nobody's hiding, buddy. Just moving around. And we've got you.
Man, where'd he go?
And then one more. Night night. Easy enough. Oh, Jefferson. We're about to meet Jefferson Davis. I forgot about him in this game.
You know we can't have vigilantes trespassing or doing illegal searches.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why I brought a warrant. So what do you say we do some perfectly legal searching?
I like
All
the
right,
sound
nothing
of that.
like a cop who's on
What's your name?
Spider-Man's side, huh? What a breath of
Officer
fresh air.
Davis. Call me Jeff. And you are? Just messing with you. My son's a big fan.
So, that warrant cover.
That's a little bit of
breaking down doors?
foreshadowing because
Not
his
without a
son.
lot of extra
You know what? In case you haven't seen the show, I mean,
Okay.
the game.
Find another
I won't
way in.
spoil it. You'll find out in a few minutes here, anyways.
Any place this rundown should have a hole in the wall or a broken window.
Check around back. I'd go myself, but you know, not Spider-Man.
Also, thank you all for stopping by. We got
feel
11
like I'm in
people
a horror
watching,
movie.
13 likes.
Hello?
That is phenomenal. Thank you guys so much.
Fisherman
Oh,
with a
and
grudge
also,
and a hook for a
remember to
hand?
turn on your setting for accepting
where's that
free
locked
membership.
door?
I always say free. Gifted memberships to the channel because Sandy did drop 5. Both Sandy and Tomby dropped 5 earlier. Tomby's 5 all went through, and 4 of Sandy's went through. So there should be one more kind of floating around in the YouTube limbo there, waiting for somebody to pick it up as soon as they turn on that ability. So make sure you turn on your acceptance of gifted subs on this channel. And I wish I knew how to do it. So if you're asking me, unfortunately, I have no answer
Jeff,
for you.
you there?
But
I'm doing my best to refrain from knock
if you do know how to
jokes.
do it, just feel free to turn that on.
Junction box powering the door?
And
Yeah,
Jefferson
got it.
just said something and I wasn't paying attention.
That should force the door open.
Smart, but I don't have anything that packs enough current.
Try this.
Stun gun, genius. Capacitors
How
in
did
this
that
are
just
just
slide
what
under
I
there?
need
That thing
for an
looks
upgrade
pretty
I've been
shut.
thinking of.
With the stun gun, you can now craft the electric web. Let's do it. What did I just do? Oh, okay. Oh, what's this? Spider drones. Display spider drone, which will seek out. I thought I already. Why did that say new? I must not have gone over it. Okay, so these are good. Now, do we have any new suits yet? We should, it looks like. Why can't... Okay. What's this one? Oh, this is Tom Holland's first suit. Not bad, to be honest. I actually like the introduction of a little extra black kind of trim on this suit. More so than I like the introduction of white in this one. And it's just a really bright red and bright blue, so I like that. The one thing about this... Oh, and... see, it's still not quite right. I was... last stream, I was saying how I don't care much for... Let's see if we can find an example of it. I don't care much for these types of Spider-Man logos, although I am a little bit hypocritical because I let it slide on this one, the Tobey Maguire suit. But I do prefer the logo to be more like this, but with the more squared legs like this. So these are kind of like each half of what I like. I don't really like the body on this one because it's a little too small. It's like it almost doesn't even look like a spider the way it's all like the legs are just too high on the top and too close together on the bottom. So it doesn't quite look right. This one has a better body in the placement of the legs, but they've got these kind of pointed legs. I like these square ones better. So eventually we'll find a suit that has everything I like. Some of these are pretty close. Let's see if there's anything that really has... Yeah, that's not quite it. That's not quite it. This one is actually close as well, but still not quite it. For me, it's easy. I can always just point to the animated series from the 90s. That's my favorite looking Spider-Man suit and favorite Spider-Man symbol. Rick sorry, let me just catch up on chat a little bit here. Are we going to have a Prowler appearance? Not in this game, Rick. I don't believe. Miles will show up. We obviously get his parents because we just saw his dad. We will see his mom. In this game, we don't get his uncle, so he doesn't show up in this, I don't think. But I believe he shows up in either... I know he's in the second game, Spider-Man 2. Oh, shoot, or am I thinking of the Miles Morales game? He shows up eventually, Rick. I don't remember exactly when, but it's not in this game. This game, we just get Miles and his parents, and we get introduced to him. In either Miles' game or the second game, we do see more of the Prowler. I don't remember if we fight him, though. I know in one of the games we play as him as... No, we do fight him at one point. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I gotta check. Miles... I actually really like the Miles Morales game. It was fun. It is just a bit short. It feels a little bit more like a DLC that... I see Rick and Ben in chat. I honestly like Miles Morales. I got no issue with them. My quintessential Spider-Man is Peter Parker. That's who I think of when I think of Spider-Man. But I've got no issue with Miles Morales. I do think he's an interesting enough character, and I actually really like the Into the Spider-Verse movies, and that's what I mostly know him from. Like I've never watched his I've never read his comics. I'm not a huge comic reader in general, to be honest with you. I've only read a handful in my life. I mostly get my superhero stuff through different mediums of old animated shows, the movies. Obviously, we've had video games galore, all that. So. In terms of Miles, I do like Miles the character, and I really liked his game, actually. It's really fun. It's just, it felt really short, to be honest with you. Just felt like a DLC, so that was kind of my issue with it. But it was fun. I did like it. We'll probably play it, honestly. I have it, so we might as well play it. And now, sorry, there's a long way of getting around to the idea of what I was going to say, which was, I know it, like I said, one of the games... Prowler comes in, his uncle... Sorry, I don't know why we're looking at Spider-Man's ass here. We're looking at the symbols on the back. Oh, this was what I was going to say. Sorry. So for your first thing, Rick, yes, we do see Prowler eventually. I just can't remember when. And the second thing you had asked about there was if this was the spider symbol that I don't like. Yes, this is one of them that I don't like as well. It's typically anytime you have this like small spider body with the long skinny legs. It's just, I'm not huge on it. And I know I'm hypocritical for this one. I let this one slide just because I love the Tobey Maguire suit. But generally speaking, I don't love even these, like the, you know, the long spider legs, just not really my favorite. I prefer, like we saw here, stuff more in the style of this. Like I said, this is the if you took the body of this one and put the legs of this one on it, it'd be almost perfect. But like I said, the 90s animated show to me has the perfect Spider-Man suit. I love that one. All right, all that rambling aside. Ben says multiverse creates too many problems. Yeah, the multiverse stuff, I'm sick to death of the multiverse. It's been too much. And I do, like I said, I do like Miles Morales. I think he's a really interesting character, and I like him. It's when you start branching off into all the millions upon millions of other Spider-Man that I'm like, all right, this is too much. It's I said this the other day. It's like drinking water from a fire hose because there's just too many of them to even be able, I feel like, to find attachments to any of them. Like Spider-Punk and Spider-Man 2099, Penny Parker,
anticlimactic, huh?
Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Ham. Like, there's just too many. It was just way too overdone.
Looking for something specific?
I don't know how anybody could be
This yard's been here a long time. Bootleggers used to use it
attached
back
to
in the
any
day.
one of these individually all that much, or at least as much as they are Peter Parker. Just because there's too many. It's how would you even figure out which ones to like? I don't know. Essentially, I feel like you just can't flesh out that many characters to make them super likable or super in depth.
Lenses can pick up the
It's just too much. But that's just my opinion. You know, if you like any of these Spider-Man, all the power to you. I don't personally care. My favorite is obviously Peter Parker. That to me is the one I always grew up with. That's my quintessential Spider-Man. You know, that's just my thing. Sorry, I can't get off this thing. But I do like Miles Morales, I will say.
Thanks. No way I could have unlocked this myself.
Hey, I doubt I would have found it without you.
Rick says multiverse is it was a dark and stormy night of the comics, right? Yeah, it's just so overdone. So just like,
you can hide the doors, but not the scrapes they leave.
Keep an eye out for more.
You know, I think the multiverse poses an interesting concept, and if used in less just like every single time they want to tell a story type of nature, it could have been, you know, cooler and better accepted by fans. The problem is like the second they wanted to bring it in, they brought it in, and then it's all they ever wanted to do was tell a multiverse story. It's like, dude, enough. Because at the same time they were doing it, now most standard fans aren't going to care about this because they probably, and not even so much standard fans as much as like normies, for example. I always feel like saying normie sounds rude, but it's not. Not everybody has the time to worry their lives with crap about Spider-Man and superheroes. So being a normie is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a normie on some things in life. But what I was going to say is most normies probably won't even be aware of this because they're not like, I doubt they were watching CW superhero shows because they're just not that into superheroes. But at the same time as the multiverse stuff was going on with MCU, they had just finished doing a bunch of it in the CW Arrowverse stuff. And it's like, if you were a comic fan or a superhero fan watching all these live action things, by that point, dude, you were so sick to death of multiverse stories because they just felt so weightless because you just, the multiverse always gets saved, just like the day always gets saved. So fair enough there. But when you put the multiverse in jeopardy, sorry, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. When you put the multiverse in jeopardy as much as they did, it's like it just becomes like, dude, who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. You water it down.
I can see anyway.
Great. Be right there.
So yeah, multiverse stories just overdone to death in live action.
Elevator's busted.
Sit tight. I'll pull
I
you
don't
up.
think they need it. I think they could have used it a lot more sparing. Like even you look at the Fantastic Four coming out. I think keeping them in what seems to be a different universe was smart. It's a nice different way to do something with these MCU characters. But, you know, ultimately, somehow they
Careful,
got to
the
get
bridge
over
is
to the
out.
other universe because Tony Stark's got to show up in that universe because Robert Downey Jr. rather, since he's going to be doomed. So it's like it's just going to be another cheap,
Nice.
probably
Stuck the landing and
multiverse is in
everything.
danger,
not
and
all
somehow they
Terminators.
get transported. The same thing they just
Fair
did in
enough.
Deadpool, basically. Multiverse is in danger. How do we get these Fox
read the box.
characters or these former
Let me know
Fox
if you find
characters
the
over
junction
to this
box.
Disney MCU?
Yep, on it.
Put the multiverse in danger and have them be saved in the timeline that we want them to be in. It just lacks creativity. It gets very dull, very boring. Multiverse is an interesting, just science fiction concept in general.
You were after Fisk for a long time, huh?
But you
He's
gotta
my great
treat
white
it
whale.
a little bit more respectfully. You know, only use it when you need to use it. Don't overdo it. AWOL
If I were a
says,
junction
for a
box,
multiverse
where would
that
I
works,
be?
read Michael
Follow the
Moorcock.
conduits. They should
And
lead you in the right
Pete
direction.
actually follows up and also says Moorcock is one of the few people who can make it work. Well, I'm actually not familiar with his writing. I'll have to look into that. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, multiverse is a really interesting concept.
I bet this
I'd like
department's
take it
go back
aside
before
from
Fisk.
superheroes and the way they
Maybe
use
Don
it. Just in
I'm
general, it's
starting
a
to wonder
really
if this
interesting
shipyard
science
was
fiction
ever
concept.
legit.
You know, you could tell and do some really cool stories with it. It's just it has to be done right. You know, it can't just be this stupid, silly little gimmick. Rick says, "Oh, Jay, get the collection. It's
be
great
that many
writing,
places
really."
to
So,
hide a junction
is there
box.
like a Michael Moorcock kind of like series that he did specifically multiverse related? One of my New Year's resolutions this year has been to read more, so I am looking for books to read. Sorry, I am sitting here watching Jefferson do something, and I should probably be doing something myself. Let's see.
Where they end up.
Thanks. I wasn't thinking about finding dead bodies until you said that, and now I can't stop.
No.
Is this not the one?
This door must be hooked to another box.
Okay, so that goes that way, that way, that way. Oh, it's way up there. Rick says, "Yep, all his Elric and Eternal Champion stuff." Okay,
That
let me write
junction
that down
box
as
would
well.
have to
Take
be
a note
near
of that.
conduits.
Good to know.
It could be hidden somewhere.
Yeah, that's what's such a shame too. Is I
Nailed it.
do think if given the
yeah.
right writer, multiverse stuff is really interesting. It's really cool. You know, the concept of infinite realities, infinite yous, infinite everyone's, it's a really interesting concept. You have to almost go out of your way to make it lame, which is kind of sad.
Nothing. I'm starting to feel like this is Fisk's way of messing with me.
But look at the walls. They kept guns.
Ah, thanks, Pete. I appreciate
They
that,
wouldn't have
man.
moved them
Thank
to
you
the
very
front
much.
door. Gotta be a passageway we're missing. Check out the wall. This might control access to another area.
Fisk's men were talking about a vault. Maybe we're close.
Bet on it. Looks like a dual circuit. See if you can find a second junction box.
Another junction box. Okay. This one goes down. That way, this way, that way. Over there.
Found it.
Oh, this stupid thing's in the way.
Clear. Right, Jeff.
AWOL
Trap
says
door.
Michael Moorcock has been writing since the
Outstanding.
50s, so you think there's a
you
lot
can
to
help me
choose
out?
from.
This
Nice,
thing's
cool.
heavy.
Very cool.
1, 2, 3.
Has any of his writings been made into
Well, that isn't
film or
spooky
TV?
at all.
I'm wondering if there's
Probably
maybe something
no
I've seen
bootleggers
that's
tunnel.
based off his writing.
And it looks like no one's cleaned it since Al Capone.
Big chunk of concrete in the way. I can't get through.
Let me see how it
Don't
looks
worry,
from the
it's
top.
a job for Spider-Man.
Got room to maneuver here. Hang on. What was that?
Subway, maybe. Let's hustle. Place is unstable.
Okay, that definitely wasn't a subway.
No. Sounded like explosives.
I will
And
say
that
the
sounds
wall
like demons.
crawling
The
does
vault.
feel a
Hurry.
little bit clunky sometimes. How the hell did you get through before I did?
Come on, go!
Rick says not yet. But Elric,
demons are already gone.
Word
How'd
I
they
know
beat
I'm
us
gonna
here?
butcher, so I'm not even gonna try.
See if you can
is a
find it.
classic. And
place
Pete
is
says
one
not a
hell of a-
massive Michael Moorcock fan, but you
was.
respect his work and style. Fair enough. Fair enough.
They didn't want the non-lethal stuff. They passed up smoke grenades, flashbangs. There's a fenced-off room here they didn't bother with.
Too much effort to break in when you can just peel back the wire mesh over this gun rack.
Smash and grab. They were moving fast.
All right, what else we have to examine?
Got empty
here?
crates here. And it looks like they took the ones they didn't clean out. There! They blew the locks to get in.
Ah, they're still here. Perfect.
Demons. Stay here.
Hell no. It'll take both of us to stop them. And some of these. They're moving. Let's go. Get him!
Well, you just lost your opportunity. Imagine these guys have like kinetic energy swords, and you just came in with a smoke grenade thinking it was gonna do
Find
something.
cover.
Okay, pulling the door
That's
just
what I'm
there
talking
worked
about.
great, and I did not expect for it to work that way.
Now you're just showing off.
Oh, I lost the. Okay, I thought I lost the takedown. What the hell are you doing up there, buddy? Take a seat.
I'm a little impressed.
Keep watching.
I got your back. Thanks. I needed that.
Stay clear. I'll stun him.
That's not what I wanted.
Your timing is impeccable.
That. Oh, and I couldn't even web him because he was already knocked down. Damn it. Alright, he's left.
See? I've got friends too.
That was easy.
Firing. Stay clear.
Behind you. He's down.
Oh shit. Oh, well, we're gonna immediately take that guy out because I don't like the look of his moves. Oh, this is so painful.
Incoming. Reloading. Taking aim. Firing.
Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to use my gadgets. I really should be.
How we doing?
I think we're winning. Popping smoke. Gonna stun him.
Oh, and I should definitely be using my dodge for that.
Stay clear. I'll stun him. Tossing a smoke grenade. Taking aim.
Okay, just missed the uppercut for some reason.
Reloading.
Selma! What? Stop!
You okay?
Go! I'll get you!
Oh, and we got a van chase.
If I lose 2 trucks full of gunmen in one day, it's time to hang up the webs.
Pretty sure they're gonna shoot rockets at me, so I have to be here. Oh, that couldn't have been worse timing. Literally, as soon as I say it, I absolutely take one right to the chin. Alright, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with this chase for some reason.
Spiderman. You keeping stragglers at the yard. I'm held up. How you looking?
Not much better. These guys are all over the road. They'll kill someone if I can't stop them.
Doing my best to catch up, but you might be on your own.
Stay safe, Jeff. Don't do anything crazy.
Catch up, dude. You're nowhere near me. There's no shot you're catching up. Come on, Spidey. Get a little closer so we can hit triangle and get this done. Oh, it's not even letting me hit triangle right now. It's got to take me a certain distance first, I guess.
Some bystanders will get shot. I gotta get in close. Hey guys, room for one more? Here's your stuff.
See, again, decent little quick time events. And that's coming from somebody who doesn't like quick time. They just feel a little bit more interactive. They feel a little bit more fun. Rick asks, can I hit the truck with the spider tracer? I'm sure at some points that's something we do. I just can't remember when. But on command, no. It's got to be part of what the plan is for the game. I'm almost positive at some points we use spider traces. Though. Could be in this game, could be in one of the others. Oh, Jefferson with the save. Unreal block. Pete says, if you read the Silmarillion, Karen and Elric have a lot in common, but that is because both are to certain extents based off the story of... I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce that as well. But interesting. Interesting. I finally purchased, I think like a month ago, I finally purchased The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings books. I just have not started reading them yet. I was finishing up Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire before I crashed into those.
Excuse me, miss. Are you supposed to be here?
More than you.
I was in the middle of a Harry Potter reread. The Bugle put me on the city beat. That's why
which means I get to
I was at Goblet of Fire.
I'll
probably
like this.
pause it after Goblet of Fire, just because I've already read them and I want to read some new stuff first.
The closer I get, the better chance we have to stop
But I will
them.
finish that reread as well. Reread. That sounds... I know that's the way to say it, but that sounds weird.
Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugle.
No comment.
I don't blame you. But these guys are going to tell their story with or without you. And they thrive on controversy.
So what's your end?
I don't have one. I just listen.
Okay. Hop in.
She's good.
I like Jefferson Davis. Like I said, I gotta tell you, I really like Miles Morales. I like his characters. I like his story. I did like Miles Morales.
Man, I'm beat. Time to head home and get some sleep.
I like. Well, I mean, again, the only things I really know Miles Morales from is this game, his game, and these Into the Spider-Verse movies. I don't know him from anything else. I don't know the quality of the rest of his stories. But from what I've played with him, well, what I've played as him rather in this game, the next game, and then his movies, I liked the character. I like his dad. His dad seems like a really good dad, a really well, created dad character. He's a good dad. Loves his son, loves his family, takes care of his family. Like he's just a good. I feel like dads don't get the best stories lately, so he's just an example of a really good dad, which I like. Hey, fair enough, Rick. We're always free to disagree. I mean, that's the beauty of having genuine conversation and not just looking to be, oh, you don't like this, you're that, or you like this, you're that. Like, no, you just have friendly conversation. We're all free to disagree and share different opinions. That's how you know you're not in an echo chamber, right? We can all be friends and have completely different opinions. No, I know you're just kidding, Rick. I know. But that's the beauty of it. We can all have different opinions and not feel like we're in an echo chamber or anything like that. And we don't have difference of opinions where it's meant to be, like I said, well, you don't like this, that means you're this, and that. Or you like this, so you must be this. Like, that stuff is just so silly. Like, some people just like different things, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make you a bad person if you don't like Miles Morales. Doesn't make you a great person if you do like Miles Morales. It just means you like Miles Morales or you don't. Same for any other character, If you don't like Batman, doesn't mean you're a bad person. If you do like Batman, doesn't mean you're a great person. It just means you like Batman. Really simple. Exactly, Grizz. You just took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say, people like what they like. And I looked over and I saw Grizz just said it. Yeah, I think sometimes too much stuff gets pulled into the whole kind of culture war that it polarizes it quite a bit. And at the same time, there's a need for things to be kind of polarized and just debated in the culture war too. So, you know, there's a time for it. There's a time to just, you know, enjoy what you like too. So I just kind of stay out of all that stuff. I just like to have fun and try to find things that I like and you know, if there's things, that's one thing too, is I'll always be honest. If there's a movie or something that I thought was going to be bad and it ends up good, I'm going to tell you it was good. I'm not going to just say it was bad because it fits a narrative. And if there's a movie that, you know, I thought would be good and was bad, I'll say that too. I'm not going to pretend something's good when it's not. And I'm not going to pretend something's bad when it's not either. Even if I thought it would be the worst thing I've ever seen going into it, if it ends up being good, then hey, great. I'd so much rather be wrong that way than thinking something's going to be good and have it be bad. At the end of the day, I just want good movies, good games, good shows, good music. Like the stuff that makes life enjoyable from the arts, those kind of things, the escapism stuff. I just want it to be good because it does so much more for me for it to be good than for it to be bad. From an enjoyment standpoint and just from a talking about it standpoint, like you guys hear me rant about the stuff I like on these streams all the time. I could talk endlessly about stuff that I like.
I'm
Stuff that's bad, I just get, you know, after getting my opinion out on why it's bad, it's like it leaves nothing for me to talk about. You know what I mean? It's like this was bad because this, and this, and then, you know, what else do I have left to say after that? If it's something's good though, I can gush about it for hours.
That's route 33. Truck's already left its shift. If your stuff's not there, you're out of
Oh,
luck.
that rat did not look good in terms of its movement. It looks like it's just skating along.
Let me check. All right. Looks like it should be at the municipal.
What was the
garage
point of me
at
just
Bowery
going to my
Grand.
apartment?
Got it. Thanks, Eddie.
That seemed unnecessary.
Municipal garage.
All right, so we are here. We've got a main mission here. And why don't we just do the boring part first? We'll get rid of these two, and then we'll hit this main mission.
Free and grand. Not a problem.
Yanni! How's it going, Yanni? Great to see you.
I don't care if I lose everything else.
How's your Sunday
I have
treating
to find
you?
my Spidey drive. Can't be that hard. Finding a tiny
Anybody in
flash
chat,
drive in a
I'm
30-ton
sure everybody
garbage
here
truck.
is sub to Yanni. But if you are here and you're
I have
maybe
years of
lurking
research
or
on
you're
that
not
drive.
super familiar with our
Everything
circle of
I've worked on
friends,
since high school.
please go sub to Yanwich because she is phenomenal. She is one of the nicest, sweetest people you'll ever meet. She is a fantastic streamer, and she is growing faster than anybody I've seen so far on YouTube. The best streamer this side of the, well, her side of the Mississippi, I like to say. She's phenomenal, so go give her a sub, please. And any mods in chat, if you wouldn't mind actually just dropping her link, that would be phenomenal. I actually got to make you and Rick both mods as well. I just keep forgetting to. All right, let's make our way over to this tower now. Right back at you, Yanni. You are truly one of the sweetest, nicest people I've met on YouTube here. So again, please, everybody, just make sure you go sub if you haven't subbed yet.
We got this, Spider-Man. Thanks,
Oh, thank you, Sandy. Sandy, right on cue with the link. Perfect. I'll have to get a second here too and make Rick and Yanni a couple mods as well, so they can have a few more people to drop some links.
We're making our way over.
All right, we're getting there. We're almost done with these towers. We've got this whole section, this little corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're about to get number 6 here. So, all right, let's go get this one done. Ben says Sandy beat him by 10 seconds on dropping the link. It's funny, Ben, because as soon as I said if a mod wouldn't mind dropping a link, I had a feeling you would be the first one in there too, because you're always so good at being right on cue for those. But Sandy got you by a few seconds this time. But I do appreciate that you were ready to do that anyways, Ben. As always, my friend. Alright, let's go grab this tower. Ideally, what I want to do is get all these towers before we end this session, just so that, one, the map is full, but two, then we can start doing... Oh, shit. Didn't mean to abandon a mission. Oh, and I think I just hit the wrong button. I think I did abandon it. Sorry, what I was going to say was I want to get these towers done so that the next time we load up and play, the kind of slightly more boring side missions that will run adjacent of regular gameplay or main story gameplay will be like the backpacks or the photos.
Doc left a message.
Because doing too much of the photos, backpacks, and towers would be a little bit boring for a stream.
Give me a bit of time.
At least all
We may yet live to invent another day.
The indomitable
Rick says, I can tell Legatus isn't here because he already would have.
Hope his plan
Yeah, I
works.
haven't seen Legatus in here in a little bit. But I'm sure he's busy. But our friend, I'm assuming Legatus is a he, actually. I never actually asked Legatus if he's a he or a she. But regardless, our buddy Legatus is in every stream all the time. So I'm sure he is very busy helping out some other streamers as a mod in their channel as well. Because he's just phenomenal. He's everywhere. Yanni says this game looks great. How are you liking it? So I actually love this game, Yanni. This is one that I played back in 2018 when it first came out. I adore this game. It's one of the best Spider-Man games ever. It's just so good. Everything about it. The story's great. The look is great. This is actually the 2018 version. This was the original digital version from PS4. They have remastered it into a 2025, into a PS5 version, which I have played. When I first got my PS5, actually, they offered me the free upgrade to that version. And when I went to download it again, and that's how I did my second playthrough of this game, under that remastered. But when I went to play it again, download it again for this playthrough, that version was no longer accessible, so that must have been something they took away from me. And I wasn't about to pay $30 or whatever the hell it was just to upgrade it to the remaster. So we are playing the original version of it, but it still looks great. It plays great. The combat's unbelievable. The mechanics are fluid. So is the web swinging, as you can see, all of it. It's just the recreation of New York is gorgeous. I love this game. I love this game. I really, really enjoy the Miles Morales game that came after this, although it's a bit short. It feels like a glorified DLC more than it does its own kind of standalone game. But it is really fun. And unfortunately, Spider-Man 2 sucked. The sequel to this absolutely sucked. A lot of stuff they did right, like the mechanics, they like combat mechanics, the web swinging, the traversal, all that stayed top notch, I think. You know, that's all good and fun to play and satisfying. The story is just terrible. And the side missions are just bland and boring. They're not nearly as good as the side missions in this game. I just, unfortunately, did not like Spider-Man 2 at all. Like I said, a few highlights in it. I'm not going to say everything about it was crap, just because I didn't like it. The few highlights were the traversal and the, you know, general Spider-Man gameplay. That was fun. But a story that just was painful to get through, and side missions that were just boring as hell. Oh, hey, Davey. Daveyverse just showed up. How you doing, man? Davey's... Oh, my God. Can I get to this door? Davey says 100% felt the same. Yeah, like, that's the thing. You know, like I was just saying, I try to be honest as much as I can. You know, if something's good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. And if it's got a mix of both, I'll try to be specific about it. And that game definitely had a bit of both. It was... Oh, Rick, I think Tomby gifted yours. I think you were in the batch that got it from Tomby. I'll have to run up and check, but I do believe yours came from Tomby. But yeah, and that game was a bit of a mix of both. There was some good. In terms of the core gameplay, there was some good there. And even, I would say, some improvement on what this game did, which has great traversal and great gameplay in terms of combat mechanics. It's just they dropped the ball in the story department and the side missions. It just made the game such a grind to get through.
64476.
That's Route 33. Truck's already left its shift. If your stuff's not there, you're out of luck.
Wait, please.
Oh, I see. This is the rat. Okay, we just saw this. I was not paying attention to this side mission whatsoever. I mean, mission, side mission, whatever else this is. I was not paying attention whatsoever.
Got it. Thanks, Eddie.
All right, let's go get
Municipal
this
garage.
garbage truck.
Bowery and Grand. Not a problem.
Oh, you know what? I remember this. It's like, it's not the first truck.
I don't
think it
care if I
takes a
lose
couple
everything
for us to
else,
actually find what
but I
we're
have to
looking for.
find my Spidey drive. Can't be that hard. Finding a tiny flash drive in a 30-ton garbage truck. I have years of research on that drive. Everything I've worked on since high school.
All right. Should be right up around here. Let's go up over this building. Zip to this. Jump off that. Another zip. Another zip. And we're here. I would say if I was to put the traversal of map from this game, yeah, from this game up
Maybe there's
against
another way in.
I'll use the collective Arkham series, to be honest with you, because it's very different in each game, given that the map changes and then you have the introduction of the Batmobile in the last game. If I was to say which one was more fun to traverse than this or Batman games, as good as the Batman game traversal is, it is this one. It's just so fun to swing around as Spider-Man. It's fun to glide around as Batman and be in the Batmobile and all that, but you just can't beat web swinging, man. How the hell do I get in this? Alright, what am I missing here? Do I gotta go through the roof or something? Okay, I think it's over here.
It's not really breaking and entering if I don't break anything,
Can I
right?
just jump? Oh, okay, so I can't jump through. Well, let me do that. How the hell do I get in here? What did I miss? Oh. Oh, no, that's not it either. I'm gonna go underground. How in God? Oh, okay. Here it is. Duh. Alright, why am I being dumb?
Okay, no need to panic. Maybe they haven't dumped the trash yet. Nada. Okay, time to panic.
Empire Sanitation, this is Eddie.
Sorry, is there any chance the truck wasn't at the garage?
Sure, I guess. Just means it'd be somewhere
Okay,
in
I guess I
West
can't get onto
Chinatown.
the ceiling?
Great. I'm headed there now.
Oh, I have to wait for the phone call to end.
Hey, it's a long shot. But sometimes the
Was
guys
there?
stop for
I didn't even
pizza
catch
before
that,
they
Rick.
drop off.
Really?
Yeah, you're right.
I'll check out the
There is a
pizza
low
shops.
headroom sign. Yeah,
Any
you
idea
think?
which one?
I'd
One of
say
the
that's
mom and
pretty
pop
low.
joints, I think.
I don't
Jerry's?
think you needed the sign to tell you
that's
that.
uptown.
I mean, original
Good catch.
Jerry's.
I didn't even catch that
Oh,
one.
right. No, started with an L, I think.
Larry's?
That's on the east side.
Leo's.
Leo's.
I hate
yeah.
missions like this that are.
That might be it.
Batman
Man,
has a
I
few of
love
them too,
Leos.
especially with
I'll pick you up a
Deadshot,
pie. I owe you one.
No worries. Hope
where
you
you're
find
looking
what
for
you're
something
for.
and they take
Thanks, Eddie.
they take you to like 2-3 different spots, knowing damn well it's not going to be to the last spot. So this is really just me going around the map doing nothing for no reason. Because I'm pretty sure it's not this one either. I think there's a third.
Should be some trucks close by.
Davey, I was going to say, Davey said something about 2001 Spider-Man that I wanted to circle back to because I saw it and I wanted to see. Davey says, the 2001 Spider-Man still sticks with me. Used to love these games. Oh, 100%. The movie itself, I love still, but I'm not sure if you're maybe referencing the movie tie-in game, Davey, which was also great. I love that Spider-Man movie tie-in game. And then the second game for the second movie was the one that revolutionized Spider-Man games, because that's when we got the ability to web swing the way that we swing now, which is just phenomenal.
No sign of my stuff. What an interesting smell.
All right, take me to the third spot.
Eddie, you're my only hope.
Not there either, huh?
You sure they were around here?
Well, the guys might have switched routes due to the
Davey
upcoming
says, yep, it
Osborne
was his
rally.
first Spider-Man game.
If your pickup was on Route 35,
That would
they'd
have
be dropping off at the
been my
incinerator right now.
second Spider-Man game. The
Incinerator?
first Spider-Man
Over by
game I
Manhattan
played was
Bridge.
actually Spider-Man
Better
2
hustle.
for the PS1. So that was the ones that was like kind of related to, or seemed like it was based off the animated series. Electro was the main villain. God, I played that game absolutely nonstop as a kid because it was like that and the, I mean, outside of your side scrollers from, you know, the Nintendos and all that. That was like your, I guess your second 3D Spider-Man game because the first one in that series would have been the first. Which I've never played that first one, but I've always heard people love it. That's the one with like Doc Ock Carnage at the end. I've never played that one, but people love it. But I did play the second one. I think it was Enter Electro. That might have been the name of it. Spider-Man Enter Electro.
There's the incinerator.
Or maybe I'm just kind of mixing it up with another game, but it was the one where Electro was the main villain in it. And I
looks like
absolutely
trouble.
But the Spider-Man movie game, Tobey's, was the second Spider-Man game I ever played. And that one felt like a whole different world compared to the graphics of a PS1 game. And I adored that. One, because I loved the movie. That was, oh man. That was one of those like childhood memories that I'll never forget. Just going to see that movie for the first time. The hype when it first came out. All of it. The song Hero by, is it Nickelback? I want to say it's Nickelback that does the song Hero for that. I love that song. I still listen to it to this day. I remember the music video because it was them like on rooftops playing the song and then a bunch of clips of the movie. And I remember watching it before I had seen the movie and thinking it was so cool that I was seeing these little glimpses of it. There's just so much nostalgia tied to that movie for me.
You okay?
And the game's included in that.
This gang's been terrorizing the whole neighborhood.
When you beat the game, I believe you could do, I don't remember if it was a cheat code or an unlockable, where you could actually then replay the game, but as Harry Osborn in the Green Goblin suit, which was interesting.
I gotta go file an incident report.
Yeah, just so much. So much. Rick says it was Chad Kroger from Nickelback with another performer. Oh, okay, yeah. See, I was pretty sure it had something to do with Nickelback. But I still love that song. It's so good. There's actually a great song from the second movie, too, called Vindicated. And forgive me, because the band who plays that song is slipping my mind. Oops. Is slipping my mind. It's not Three Doors Down, is it? Oh, it's a great song. I'll have to look it up. It's an absolutely phenomenal song. Again, another one that I still listen to this day.
There's something there. Gotta move these bags out of the way. I think that's it.
Well, that's one way to move them. I would have just picked them up and slightly placed them over.
Please be here. Please be here. Yes.
Hey, Monkey. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a
works.
while. Great to see you, man. Monkey says, and Monkey is on a new,
looks like everything's
a new
here.
name now, S4N
Look,
Games.
An old gadget
And Monkey
prototype.
says,
Looks kinda awesome.
Hey, it's Monkey.
Why didn't I ever
I'm on a
finish
new account. Started making content, and you bought
I can
the
make this work.
Arkham Knight game. Still love Batman. Oh, that's great, Monkey. Great to hear that, man. Great to hear from you, and great to hear that. That's awesome. Rick says you prefer the Joe Perry theme song from the Spider-Man animated. Oh my God, that one is so good, so good. I adore the Spider-Man animated series. That was basically my introduction into Spider-Man as a kid. AWOL says, is Spidey about to get arrested for littering? Yeah, if he keeps moving trash bags that way. And Monkey says, his birthday's in 6 days. Awesome, man. Congratulations. That's great, Monkey. That's great, man. And I saw one from Davey there. Okay, Davey says, fair enough. I've just remembered that song too. Gonna have. Yeah, it's so good, Davey. It's such a good song. Both are Hero and Vindicated. Let me look up real quick because I know I have it in my Apple library here. So let me just see who sings Vindicated. This kind of looks like a pumpkin bomb from Green Goblin. This little web bomb that I have here. Vindicated. I want to say it was 3 Doors Down, but now I'm not sure. I gotta go to my library. Oh, Dashboard Confessionals. That's who it was. I don't know why I thought it was 3 Doors Down. Dashboard Confessionals did Vindicated. Rick says, or from Hobgoblin. Yeah, it looks like it. Big time. Definitely looks like a pumpkin bomb. Oh, I gotta craft it. I'm like, why can't I press back? And Ben says, happy early birthday for Monkey. Yep, happy birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Monkey. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, and I hope you enjoy Arkham Knight too. It's a really, really good game.
Got it.
Look, it's that guy who thinks he's Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
Ice him!
I guess this is going to be a good chance to use the web bomb.
No! No! Okay.
Oh, wow. That's great. Let's see if we can throw a couple more of these guys out. Oh, you know what though? I didn't mean to just waste that. I kind of wanted to switch out of it. You stay over there. And you take a nap. What's the progress we've made? We've made good progress. We started today with 13% campaign progress. We're at 21.
Well, this night isn't quite going as planned. Where am I gonna
21,
sleep?
and we've done a lot of
I could
the
try MJ's.
side mission stuff. Some of the more boring side mission stuff too. So that's good. That's out of the way. All right, let's finish off these towers. We've only got these 4, right? Or is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just get these done, huh? Well, you know what? Let's mix in a main mission here, because we've done a couple. I don't want to do too many boring things in a row.
All right. How am I
You know,
gonna
I
talk
had
my way onto MJ's
seen
couch?
somebody, I can't remember who it was, but somebody had shared a post
Let's see.
about Xbox
hi,
Game Pass
MJ,
that they
it's
were going to
Peter.
be bringing,
Any
or
chance I could
potentially
stay
bringing.
over?
I meant to look into it to see if it was rumor or not, so take this with a massive grain of salt, because I have no idea if it's
MJ,
accurate or
it's
not.
just in
I
the
need to look
neighborhood
into
and...
it. But it was a post saying that Xbox was considering or maybe trying to work on a way to
Hey,
bring
MJ,
back
now
some
that
of the
we're talking
licensed
again, I
games
thought maybe...
for
Okay, that just sounds pathetic.
Spider-Man that were outside of movies, like
Why am I
Spider-Man
making
Web
this
of
such a big
Shadows, for
deal?
example, and a bunch of other Spider-Man games that
We're just friends, right?
I think were
Friends crash on each other's
Activision.
couches all the time.
If I'm correct, I
weird or
believe they were
anything.
made under Activision,
It's
so
a
that
couch.
has something to do with why Xbox
MJ's
is...
couch.
Well, the rumor was that Xbox may try to bring them to Game Pass. Like I said, I have to look into it to see if it's true, but if it is true, that would be unbelievable, because I would love a chance to play some of those old Spider-Man games I used to play.
Just got a web alert.
That I just, frankly, haven't been able to in a while, because you can't get them
Looks like
digitally
MJ's
anymore.
story just got published. I think I'll find somewhere else to stay.
I do have,
She's
I
probably
collect
busy with
old
work.
video game consoles, like, so I do have an old PS2 I could play some of them on, and I do still
I
want
wish
to get
Harry
a
was in
360
town.
that
I
I
could
could
crash
play
with
some of
him.
them on, but I put a little bit of a pause on the console collecting and vintage game collecting because
Someone
the
left me a
prices for it
voicemail.
just exploded. out of
Number's blocked,
nowhere.
though.
It is so expensive
there,
to collect
Spider.
retro games,
Long time no see.
and it wasn't always, but
Come to
a
this
few years
address.
back there was like a
Catch
spike
me
in
if
it that
you
just
can.
boosted the prices.
Oh,
Is
I
this
know
Sanctum
that voice.
Sanctorum? I think we finally found it. It sure is. And I believe it's actually a picture that we have to take as well.
All units, we have reports of an
There
attack
it
on
is.
an armored
So this
vehicle.
is what,
Location
230
is north of
something
Houston.
Bleecker Street?
Over.
Does it say anywhere?
For my blog?
Oh, over here I guess it's 177A. I think in the MCU it's something Bleecker Street.
Hey, so this gang
Two
war between
something
the
something.
demons and Fisk is really heating up.
I know. Even Shocker's a part of it. Got roped into running jobs for the demons.
Sounds like Felicia
guys are
Hardy called. She
serious.
is in this game.
Do they just want to replace
I
Fisk?
was just, I'm going to be honest, Rick.
That'd
I
be
wasn't
bad
even
enough.
listening to whoever had called me there.
It's not something
Sometimes
worse.
I just drown these phone calls out because I've heard them all before. But I do believe Felicia's in this game. It's this one or is it the second one? No, it's this one. There's some Black Cat stuff in this game. So I think actually Can we see the DLC? Yep, so we've got DLC with Black Cat, DLC with Hammerhead, and DLC with Silver Sable as well. Is it 177A Bleecker Street? Why did I think it was like 230 something? I don't know where I got that from. Alright, so we got the Sanctum Sanctorum picture. So let's head to... Well, since the main mission's right there, why don't we do this and then go to main mission? Because I feel like the last two main missions haven't really had much to them. You know what? Now that you say it though, Rick, 177A does actually kind of sound right. Because 221B Baker Street. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Rick. Sherlock Holmes' apartment. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. You know, I heard they were making another Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. And I'm actually all for that. I really like the first one. The second one's not very good, unfortunately. But I like Guy Ritchie as a director. I was assuming Guy Ritchie was attached to it. I'm not sure. But I like Guy Ritchie as a director quite a bit. And I really liked the first Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. I had watched a bit of Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock Holmes as well. I didn't finish it, but I did watch a lot of it. And I did enjoy that too. I like Sherlock Holmes as a character. It's interesting.
Spider-Man, the situation's under control.
Oh, yes, Sandy. Sandy says, I do as well. The first one is another film that we should probably add to the list. Yeah, let me tell you, if Inner Space made the list, then I think the first Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. Deserves to be on there as well. I love that movie. Rick says, Sherlock Holmes 1 was very good, not so much 2. Yeah, I agree there. Now they'll find a way to make... I hope it's good. I believe Downey and Jude Law are both coming back, who I think are great actors. I hope that Guy Ritchie's involved in it, because I think he's just a really, really good director. I loved The Gentleman, both the movie and the show, both his products. I thought they were great. Oh, that's a pretty funny... Let's take a picture of it, see if it does anything for us. Little J. Jonah Jameson roast.
Good shot.
Oh, nice. It was a secret photo op. I had a feeling it might be. They didn't put that in the game for nothing. Shit, I forgot what I was just saying. Oh my god, my ADD kicked in. I completely forgot what I was just talking about. Oh, I think it was something to do with Robert Downey Jr. and Guy Ritchie and The Gentleman. I liked both of those. So I really like him, so I hope he's involved in it as well. And I would have faith in a third. The second one sucked, yeah. There's no two ways about it. The second one sucked. But Rachel McAdams was in the first one too, right? Pretty sure she was the love interest. Yanni says I should see those. Yeah, definitely the first one, Yanni. The first one it's great. The second one, it's not good, but I wouldn't say it's like not worth. Like if you've seen the first, it's worth watching the second. You're not gonna like it as much as you did the first by any means, because it's nowhere near as good of a movie. But you know, it was worth watching just to kind of see the characters again and kind of see, I guess, where they took the story. I would say it's worth watching, but you're also not missing anything if you don't watch it. If you just watch the first, that's the real important one to watch. But hopefully the third is good. I mean, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yeah, Sherlock Holmes is a cool character. I like a lot of what I've seen with... I haven't read anything Sherlock Holmes, but I like a lot of what I've seen with him at least. Alright, main mission. Why is it not highlighting for me? Custom waypoint, but it's not giving me a waypoint. That's strange. Why do I not have a waypoint? I'm not bothering with that crime right now. Let's try to figure this out, because that's annoying. Alright, at the very least, it's behind me to my left.
Aw, all this for
Where's
little
this
old
coming
me?
from? Oh, I guess I do have to fight these guys. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Where's my impact web? See ya, idiot. Oh shit. Yes, I'm an idiot. See ya. Where's this other dummy? Oh, you piece of crap. Take a hike. I love that little thing
Did you
that they
tell
added in there.
12-year-old me one day dudes in masks will try to blow him up with rockets?
He's stuck to the side of that building.
Well, actually, he'd probably get pretty excited.
All right. Now will this show back up? Dude, why the hell won't... Is the game glitching? Why won't it give me my... What do you want to talk about?
Never seen you this close.
With style.
Oh, high five. I didn't know we had a secret handshake. Nice. I don't know why I can't see my marker here. I guess let's just go in the general direction of it and see if we can stumble across it. But I don't want to go too far because I literally don't know where the hell it is. Alright, let's zoom in. So we are at this building. So we got that one, and then it should be right behind it.
Hello, Spider. Been thinking about you a lot.
Oh yeah,
lately.
you're right, Rick. It was Felicia
We
talking
were
to us.
together, weren't we?
I didn't even catch it. I wasn't paying attention.
Reignite the flame.
Black Cat.
Oh,
Don't tell
I
me
remember
she's scoping out places to
these.
rob. She
So we
promised
have to
she would
find
give
this
up that life.
stupid little like
What was
cat.
she looking at?
Oh, I'm an idiot, and it's right
Anything
where I
got a
was too.
place.
I was not at all paying attention. Just got distracted by the meme about J. Jonah
She
Jameson.
wants me to find something. I need to look
Right.
harder.
What we need to look for is like a stupid little porcelain cat that she hides in certain stupid areas. Where are you? There should be a little like shimmer of light that comes off of it too. What's this? Oh,
Gotta
it's a
be some kind of
person.
clue.
Where are you? It's usually like in a place where she would break and enter. Where are you? Where are you? Alright, if I go slowly, we'll eventually see the shimmer of light. As I immediately go way too fast. Alright, so we
Where
can't go
is
any more
it?
to the right here. This is the limit. Let's do a perimeter search. Actually, is it an apartment? No. Oh, okay, so I can go all the way this way. Oh, my controller's vibrating. Oh, there it is.
There.
Yeah, your controller vibrates as you get closer to it. So, oh, it's right next to a thing of her, too. Wasn't paying attention.
One of her cats. She packs those with range extenders that harvest nearby RFID
Yanni says,
signals.
it's far too easy
I'll
to
let
get
Yuri know to pick
distracted
it
by
up.
stuff when you're gaming and streaming. Yep, 100%. 100%.
Felicia's too smart to be putting herself at risk like this. She must be desperate for some reason. Better keep an eye out.
Felicia Hardy's never desperate. She's usually a step ahead of you, Pete. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Alright, well the map's starting to fill out, so this is good. We've got most of it unlocked, and it's starting to fill out with side missions. With that said, let's try to finish this off.
Hey Yuri, you still have
I
Black
can't believe I
Cat's
was
suit
literally
and equipment in
standing
the
in the
evidence
place I
lockup,
needed
right?
to be and didn't
I
realize it.
think so. Why? Is she back at it?
Alright, let's do a suit change while we're at it too, huh? We've been in this suit for a while. says we have something new. Oh, it's up here. Jeez, this thing isn't working great. Ugh, trash. This is trash. This doesn't look good. We could try the stock suit, but we're already in. I will buy it or craft it, but we're not going to use it right now because we've been in the Tom Holland suit this whole session. For the love of God. Crafting a new suit, yada, yada, yada. We get the power, I know. What's this power? Calls in Spider Bro to temporarily aid in combat. Let's stick with these Iron Spider arms. Alright, for a suit, what are we going to pick? I have to unlock this, really? I would have thought they gave that to me. I do like this one. It's very classic. But we have used that as well. The problem is I don't really have any good ones unlocked yet. The webbed suit I love, but we've already played a little bit as that. We've done this one. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Rick says disco Spidey suit. Yeah, Yanni says, oof, that white and black one is rough. Yeah, it's not. This one's not much better, to be honest. I don't like it's like a knockoff anti-venom suit. But this one, the negative suit is brutal. Oof, it just like hurts the eyes, honestly. What do we go with? I don't know why I can't even see that one. Can't see that one either. I gotta get more backpacks. Rick says stealth, huh? So the only two stealth options we really have is his stealth is actually Tom Holland from Far From Home. And then the only one that could, I guess some of these could be stealth to a degree, but they don't look good. Then you have Spider-Man Noir, which this one I think is hideous. I am just not into this one. Yanni says, at the risk of sounding super girly, I feel like no outfit looks good when mostly white, especially a superhero suit. Yeah, all white is a bit rough. It's a tough look. It's usually reserved for your Bond villains or 80s movie villains like we found yesterday with Inner Space. They dressed him in all white suits. Or Kingpin. I guess all white suits is quite the Boss Hogg in Dukes of Hazzard. So something about all white screams villain. But yeah, never a great look. Never a great look. I'm more of a wear black kind of person. Black's my go-to color. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I don't do a lot of white. Yanni says, "What's with the Bane sidekick outfit?" Yeah, there's some rough ones. And this was something I was saying in the last stream. Sometimes I feel like with Spider-Man, people just try to get way too different. And it's like, it doesn't need to, like, just keep it simple. You know, like, for example, these Tom Holland ones. It's different than, say, something classic like this, but it keeps the same, you know, the same core. It's not going crazy with it. You know, the red's a little different. There's a black trim, like, different, but similar. Then you have something like this, and it's like, dude, what the hell is this? This is like, it clashes. It's just hideous. It just looks like a random mix match of a bunch of shit. You got this one, no, too techy, too futuristic. And then this so far is my least favorite one that we have. This is horrendous. This is gross. This is like a villain from the Power Rangers. But they just try to do too much. Way too much. Grizz asks if they have the silver spider suit. I'm not sure. They might. I can't remember all these ones that we're not seeing. I'm going to be honest. Most of the suits I didn't like in this game. But that carried over into the second game as well. I'm just very classic with Spider-Man. I like his regular suit and I like the Venom suit. You know, and I like variations of the regular suit. Like, you know, this is different, but it's still pretty classic in the sense of the structure of the suit. You know, Toby's as well, like the waistband, like it's classic. It's a little different, but it's very classic and very kind of keeping the nature of the core design. Spider-Punk, I'm not a fan of. A lot of, like, this one's gross. This one's grown on me. I don't love it, but it's grown on me. So yeah, I guess until we unlock more, we're gonna go back to the Toby suit. Eventually, we'll unlock more. We'll have more options, but we're gonna switch back to Toby suit for now because I do just love this one. Yanni says she's mostly a black clothing type of person as well. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I've just always looked better in black than a lot of other colors, so I stick with black a lot of the time. Yeah, old school Voltron meets Spider-Man. Yeah, fair enough. That's kind of what it looks like. Abe agrees. He says, yep, keep it simple. 100%. 100%. Rick points out, oh, Rick, great point. Moon Knight and White Tiger, both a great costume. So that is a great point. Glad you pointed that out. Rick asks why the black suit with the white spider is not available. So are you referencing the Venom suit, Rick? Because the Venom suit was not made available in this game because they intended to make it a big part of the second game. So they just kind of skipped it in this one. Obviously it comes with, different mechanics too, given that it's symbiote. So they said basically at the end of this game you get, and we'll get to it eventually, you get a little bit of a cliffhanger that kind of alludes to Venom being in the next game, which he obviously ended up being in a way. It was definitely a Venom, just not the Venom we all know and love as Eddie Brock. Rick says yes, or the suit he made to look like the Venom suit. Nonsense. Yeah. So that was just a choice they decided because they knew the second game would be
double check and let me know if her gear is still there.
Will do.
And that was actually another thing about the game. I didn't like the change. The second game, I didn't like the change of Venom going from Eddie Brock to being Harry Osborn.
Hey, May.
I thought it was trash.
What's up?
In terms of the story, but the level that you do play as Venom,
I'm sorry,
oh, man,
I forgot.
It is
It's been a hard day. We lost funding at the lab.
They really did well with the Venom mechanics and Venom combat and all that. It's just
I also kind of got evicted from my
apartment. The story of Venom in that game.
What? Do you have a place to stay tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Venom was never Harry.
No.
And even if some,
I hate to ask, but
because there's so many different comics out there, and even if there's some offshoot story where one time Harry was Venom and that's what they want to point to, and I'm not even saying there is, there may very well not even be that, but I feel like a lot of times when they make these kind of changes, there'll be some random offshoot one-off story where like maybe Venom was Harry, and they'll cling to that, like, well, see, it was in the comics. It's like, yeah, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but even if it was in something that was obviously not popular, that obviously didn't get, a lot of notoriety in terms of being a quintessential version of the character. So why would you make it Harry? Everybody knows it's Eddie Brock. Why would you go and make it Harry? And again, I don't even know if there is even just one story of that ever having happened in comics, but like I said, even if there was, it's irrelevant because that's not the version of Venom that amassed a massive fan base. So why?
AKA the Vulture.
I feel like they tend to do that a lot now, where it's like they'll pick a random example of it being in comics, and see, it was in comics, so you should like it. Like, yeah, it might have been in comics, but not every comic is a success either. Like a lot of comics and characters failed because they're just not that good. So just having been literally a comic doesn't make it the right choice for a live action version.
Now I realize that's hard.
But they like to play stupid video games like that, so whatever. And Rick says, but MJ was a symbiote wearer once. See, actually, I didn't even know that about MJ. And to be honest, what is she, Screech, or is it Scream? I forget who she is in the second game. I always forget the name of that that symbiote that takes over her, body as a host in the second game. I didn't mind that kind of twist in the story, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think she was Scream in the game. The yellow and red one, Rick. The yellow and red female symbiote, which I always get confused between Scream and the name Shriek, but I believe it's Scream. Which I know isn't her originally. but I thought for the way they were telling that story, it kind of worked. And again, that's the thing is like, if you're gonna change the story, I'm willing to hear it, but like I need to see how you do it to make sure that it's still a good story. And I thought, you know, with that change of making her scream for, it's only for it's like a quick little level. She's not screamed for very long. Basically, Harry attacks her as Venom. Spoiler alert, if you guys haven't played Spider-Man 2, I am going to do a little bit of a spoil here. So if you don't want to hear it, just mute the stream for a couple seconds. But what they do is eventually at some point, Harry's just trying to like get at Peter. So he, you know, essentially kind of like holds MJ hostage, if I remember, or kidnaps her for a minute. I believe it was actually at Peter's Aunt May's house. And then, long story short, she gets a little bit of symbiote on him and on her, and she turns into Scream. And, you know, for the sake of that little section of the story, I'm like, okay, that works. You know, little symbiote got on her. He's trying to get at Peter. Okay, whatever. And the fight was fun. The boss fight was fun. But it's not like it was great. Like, it's not like I was like, oh, I love that they made MJ scream. It was just like, oh, okay, I can see how that works in this way of telling the story. But it was cool to see Scream show up in a game. I guess that side of it was cool. Much like it was cool to see Venom show up in a game. It's just, it wasn't the right Venom. And technically it wasn't the right Scream either. And Rick says it was 5 stars of symbiote. Oh, I actually didn't realize that about Scream. I don't know a ton about the other symbiotes outside of Venom and Carnage. The most I can remember Scream is from the ride at Universal, because I believe she shows up in the Spider-Man ride at Universal. But like I said, fair enough. You know, you want to make a change, I'm willing to hear it out. It's just, then are you telling the story, like a good story within the change that you made? And in this case, no. Why am I walking when I can run?
What are you doing here so late? So,
I could have just come up those stairs from the front door, huh? That sucks.
May's recommendation really helped.
Hope May's couch is comfortable.
Yanni says, oh man, I do get irritated with the, but it was in the comics argument for exactly the reason. Yeah, and like, that's the thing is like, it's gone from trying to use the comics as source material to trying to use them to justify creative changes, or attempted creative changes. Sometimes they're just crappy changes.
I can't take this.
Oh, Uncle Ben
You
and
can,
Peter in the
and you
picture. That
will.
was nice.
I'll
Yeah,
pay you
it's
back.
become a...
Soon.
Just
Oh,
ask
Rick
for
says
help
he
next
was
time.
kidding about Firestar. Just looked like, I was going to say, I never knew that was ever
You
a
are
situation
so
where the
much like
symbiote got
Ben.
onto
You have to learn to swallow
Firestar.
that Parker
I liked
pride
Firestar
and
character.
accept
I
that
used to
you're
love
human,
Spider-Man
like
and
the rest of
His
us.
Amazing Friends, that cartoon.
Martin.
Sorry, I was saying, man, my ADD is just all over the place today. I was saying something before that. I think
You're in
related
charge
to what
while I'm
Yanni
gone.
was saying about the
Well, you can
excuse
count
or the
on
way
me.
that... yeah, that's
How
what I was
long
going to
will
say
you be
is
away?
they use the, but it was in the comics as an excuse to
don't
just
know.
justify whatever
Is
changes they want to
everything
make.
okay?
Which, again, hey, fine, good
It's some
luck.
personal business I've
If
been
it
planning
works,
for a
it works.
while.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. You have no one to
But
blame for yourself if it doesn't.
Please take
though,
care
so.
of this place.
Although they will try to blame everybody else but
represents
themselves.
The best part of me.
But yeah, they use it as a way to justify their own, you know,
Well,
choices
guess
they
I better
want to
get
make.
busy.
Versus, you know, using source material as source
Mr.
material.
Lee's okay.
Oh, thank you so much for dropping that in there, Ben. Yes, in about 3 hours, because we're actually going to be wrapping up pretty soon here, because I do have a few things I have to do today. But in about 3 hours, our good friend Pete over at the Heretical Nerd will be doing his usual Sunday War Thunder streams, which are always a good time, always fun. And I actually have to get the chance to join him for one of those soon. I've been super busy the last few weekends with Baby Nerd Takes kind of being about 2 months away now, a little lower. I think we just hit 10 or 9 weeks. I got to check with the wife to make sure I'm not wrong. I know it's either 10 or 9. I just can't remember which one. I guess I could just count because I know when the due date is. But regardless, before I embarrass myself with counting wrong on stream. Yeah, so the past few Sundays and general weekends I've been, and weeks, it's why I haven't streamed much the past like month. I've just been so busy kind of getting the house ready and the nursery ready for Baby Nerd Takes. So I haven't been able to join a War Thunder
Hello?
stream in a few Sundays,
Did you see
but
my story?
I need to hop in one soon because
Robbie
that game
must
is a
be
lot of fun,
pretty happy
and
right now.
you know,
Yeah, it
Pete's a
kinda
great
went
guy.
viral.
Playing games with him
And
is
get
always
this,
fun.
Mayor
So everybody, if
Osborne
you
just
get the
announced
chance
he's going
at
to give
about
Officer
4,
Davis an award this
4:30,
afternoon.
somewhere in that
Wow.
range, I think is always when Pete
Wait,
starts.
Isn't
So
Osborne's
stop
campaign
by there,
rally
say
this
hello, drop a like, and check
Oh,
out the stream
I
for a bit.
see what he's doing.
Yeah, we all do. But still, a pretty cool moment for Officer Davis and
Oh,
his family.
and there's Pete right on cue. Every
covering
Sunday at 3 to 3:30. Sorry, I was off by
of
an hour.
course.
So 3,
See you then.
3:30. Everybody head over there, go say hello to Pete and hang out with him for a bit. I will be stopping by there myself before I head out for my plans for the day as well. And I was not at all listening to that phone call, so I have no idea what they were asking me to do. And Yanwich asks, are you guys doing a theme for the nursery at all? Nothing in particular. The theme, this is kind of a, I don't know how to express this the right way. So the theme is, it's actually going to probably sound kind of funny. The theme is my wife's style. That's what we went with. It's no specific theme in terms of anything. It's just her style, the kind of look and feel that she likes, and I just stepped back and said, yep, honey, you pick whatever you like. Because I don't necessarily care all that much in terms of what the theme is. I just care that the furniture and everything is adequate, safe, and what the baby needs. So I just stepped back and let her say, you pick the theme, sweetie. And she did. She did a great job, actually. A lot of the furniture is coming in now, and it's all really nice. It's very much her, very much her style. She is, like I always say, her style is straight out of like a West Elm catalog. It's what she likes.
Another
It's
message from Doc.
very simple, but very classy. She likes it. That's her thing. So the baby's room theme is West Elm, I guess, is the best way I can put it. But it looks great. It's coming along really nice too.
Really hope
I think
this works
I
out.
was supposed to
Doc's
do it
work is
today,
too
but we
important
had
to go
some
unfinished.
stuff come up with plans with a bunch of our friends all getting together to go out for some lunch. So I was supposed to get rid of the furniture in that room that's in there now today, so we can make room to put the baby's furniture in. But that'll probably just get pushed off to, you know, Monday night, Tuesday night, kind of early in the week.
Wild guess.
I totally lost track of what I was doing here. All right, so we've got. All right, let's just bang out these last 3 quick ones, chat, and then we'll do this main mission.
Hey, Jeff. Congrats on the ceremony today.
I'll be glad when it's over. A truck full of armed
Yeah, it
demons
was my
scared me
original
most in
plan
public
was
speaking.
to
But I'm calling about something else.
do
What's that?
some of that work on the nursery
Just got a
today
tip
and
that
then
the demons are
stream
moving
a
on
little bit
Fisk
later if I got a
construction site
chance.
My wife would kill
But
me if I
then
dissed the ceremony prep
good
like cops
friend
and
of
robbers,
mine,
but
his birthday's
I
this
thought maybe
weekend,
my
and
friendly
he kind of
neighborhood
put out
partner
the
would wanna
word to
Understood.
all of our big
I'll
group
do a
of friends
swing by
that he
and let
wanted
you
to
know
get
what I
together for
find.
some
And hey, here's
just
a tip on
some
public
birthday
speaking.
hanging out at a local
Picture everyone in
restaurant.
their
So
underwear.
we
Wait,
decided
not
we'd put
Osborne.
our
You know what? Just never mind.
nursery plans to the side for a day because we still got plenty of time for that, and we would celebrate his birthday. So figured why not. So we'll be doing that instead, and I figured since that kind of changed the plans for the stream later in the day, we'll do a couple hours to start the morning here. And that is a peek behind the curtain of the Nerd Take schedule this weekend. Always something going on. I don't know if I'll do much streaming during the week though, just because I do want to kind of kick it into high gear on furniture breakdown of the spare room stuff that's in there. You know, it's the room that's going to be the nursery is going to spare guest room, so it's all just a bed, dresser, all that kind of stuff. So breaking down all that stuff, getting it up to the attic, and then the building of all the new stuff coming in. So that'll probably take up most of my time this week. So you may not see too much of me during the week on the channel, but it should pick up again on the weekend next weekend.
Consolidated shipping.
Oh, what a great looking suit. The blue and the red is just beautiful.
Jeff, I'm here.
I completely did the wrong
What
thing
do you
too. I was
see?
supposed to go to a tower and
Find the
somehow I
rest.
ended up here.
Boss wants them dead.
Looks like the demons are moving in on Fisk's territory.
You got this?
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun, Yanni. I've always liked putting together furniture. It's kind of like I don't know, just ever since I wouldn't say younger, because it's not like I was doing it younger, but when I was a kid, I was big into like Connects and Lego and all that kind of building stuff. More so Connects than Lego, but I did dabble with some Lego. So putting things together was always something that I liked. Connects, I don't know if anybody knows Connects. That was like another type of thing. Similar type of concept as Lego, but a little different. But I was always into that kind of stuff. So you're like putting it together kind of furniture was something that always came easy to me as an adult. I always kind of find a way to enjoy it, where most people typically don't because it can be a bit tedious. But I don't mind it. Rick says, Jay, did you see my message above? Sorry, let me just take a quick look. Rick says, when Tomby and Tam are here, I'll bring a bottle of Jack. 14-year-old, wow, for us to drink to baby in honor of baby Nerd Ticks. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. I'd love to share a drink with you when we're all together. That'll be great fun. That'll be great fun. Yep, a drink in honor of baby Nerd Ticks, who at that point, when Tommy and Tam are here, baby Nerd Ticks should be here as well. So yeah, so it'll be right on cue to celebrate him joining the new world here. Or his new world. IKEA takes. Yeah, basically. That IKEA furniture that everybody hates, I don't mind putting it together. Alright, let's see if we can stealth these guys. Oops, was messing with the camera there. Alright. I could use that thing, but that's probably going to make a lot of noise. It'll probably look cooler though, so let's try it. Wow, didn't even knock him out. That was a waste. So not only did it not look cooler, it didn't work either. Noted. Sandy says, when the apocalypse comes, she'll be hiding out in IKEA. Yeah, you can't go wrong there. You'll have everything you need.
You don't need to kill us too.
And it's not like IKEA furniture in the store feels any less kind of like cheaper or model type than regular IKEA furniture you bring home. So it'll feel just as normal. How do I not have? Oh shit! I forgot that doesn't pause the thing. How do I not have any web bombs yet? Okay, I got the wrong gadgets out. Let's do impact web. Get number 1 and number 2. You guys get out of here. Get away from that. Dodge that. There we go. See you later. Hey, Uncle Martin. Glad you could stop by again.
Nice jumpsuit. Slim man.
Oh, this mission was one of the first like real gameplay demos they put out. Or maybe it was one of the last ones right up before the game's release. I can't remember now, but I specifically remember this being one of the gameplay demos they put out, which got me incredibly excited about this game because I thought it looked phenomenal.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go.
Okay, there's a lot going on here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Alright, why don't you take a nap right there? You can go to sleep next to him. You know, I never really thought of this, but Spider-Man probably one hell of a breakdancer. He's got some ridiculous athleticism. And that little movie just didn't really think of it. Okay, not sure what just happened away. By the way, Yanni and Uncle Martin, while you're both here, I have really been enjoying your Baldur's Gate streams. Those are a lot of fun. Something about that game, I've never played it myself, but something about it makes it such a fun game to watch other people play. And I don't know what it is, but I've enjoyed watching Tommy play it. I've watched Smooth play it. Now I'm watching you guys play it, and I still enjoy it. So those streams are great. Love watching them. Oh, can I not? I thought I would be able to take that guy out.
Well, I got their attention. Better swing around the outside to look for Fisk's men.
How do I web zip? Oh, okay, that's how I do it.
Sleep it off.
Okay, his camera just got really messed up there. Why don't you guys follow me over here? So I do this. You can have that back, I don't want it.
I could have taken him.
Sure, sure.
Oh yeah, you could have taken him. You were just hiding behind a bunch of bags of concrete, you idiot. Is it this one? Yeah, okay, it is this one.
Literally didn't see that coming.
Oh crap, I'm about to fall. Oh, I didn't get him close enough to that. Whatever. Go for a ride.
Hey, big guy.
Yanni says, thanks, Jay. I'm glad to hear that. Martin's the mastermind behind it all. I'm just the bumbling fool tagging along. Oh, no. You are a valuable, valuable party member. No, they are a lot of good fun, though. I do enjoy watching those streams. Seems like you guys have a lot of fun in them, and the game itself is just such a fun one to watch people play. Oh, you know what? We're going to take this guy out with some impact web. If I could just get him close enough to the wall. Oh, well, we're just going to kick him square off the building. That's easier. Here, you can have this. You dropped it. Where's the next set of guys? Oh, no, there's still one here. Okay, nice uppercut. Imagine taking an uppercut like that that sends you 15 feet in the air. My word. No shot, you'd have a broken jaw after that. Oh. Oh, I thought that was a bad guy. Apparently that's somebody I just saved. Who's left? Damn, dude. Does this tower ever stop? Oh, you know what? I must have a web bomb by now. And I just used it the worst way possible. No, actually could have been worse.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Fisk, your men are safe. Your turn. Who runs the demons?
Maybe he's there. Maybe he isn't. Check the roof.
I've missed these cryptic fist talks.
Oh, that was a waste of a weapon. Alright, here comes the first twist reveals.
Hello again.
Maybe not here, actually. On second thought, maybe at the end of this little helicopter chase. I remember this, I just don't remember if this is where we get the reveal.
No, 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 no!
This is a good cinematic. I'm honestly really enjoying this. I'm telling you, man, this is a little bit of a quick time events done right type of thing. Oh no, I just missed it. I just missed it. As I have the worst knack for saying things at the worst time and jinxing myself. Alright, maybe I should pay attention to the quick time event this time around. There we go.
Go!
Oh, I just missed that one because I was going to press X again.
Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
Yeah, things with the demons got complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got this. Please, I got this.
You can actually do a really cool... Let me see if I can find another opportunity to do it. You can do a really cool little, like, web slingshot thing through some tight spaces, like that water tower that just got knocked over. See if I can find another opportunity to do it, because it actually comes off really cool in terms of the fluidity of the game.
Rockets!
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
Yeah, I'm well aware, Yuri. I'm the one chasing
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Call you when it's done.
Yuri, you're the cop. You're the one who should have prevented this from happening in the first place. Don't yell at me. I'm cleaning up your mess. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, I missed it because I'm an idiot. That would have been the perfect chance to show you guys one of the moves, too.
Now's my chance.
No, we'll have to save it for another time. Oh, this game is just so Spider-Man, it hurts. I love it.
Hope I live to regret this.
Like, come on, this is just Spider-Man. Oh, shit. As I hit a wall.
Hi, is this the flight to Newark?
Too good.
Afraid I have to ask you to pull over the helicopter, sir!
This is your master plan? Replace Fisk?
Fisk is only gonna be training!
One engine down. Now for the second.
I'm a little confused because this is moving a little bit clunky, guys. But I think we got the hang of it. Abe says Peter Parkour. Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit, I was reading chat. My bad. Oh, and by the way, Yanni, as you can tell, I'm playing with controller. Now, technically, I am on my PS5 this time, so I would have had to have played with controller anyways, but just so you know, if this was PC, I'd still be using controller. So, don't let Hanayama make fun of you. Some of us are just controller people, and that's alright.
This is the plan.
I'm only kidding, Hana. If you are out there listening.
Come on, Pete, you got this.
Oh shit.
You got this. You got this.
Heretical Nerd says, good lord, the amount of property damage. Yeah, taxpayers aren't going to be thrilled about this one.
Please don't screw this up.
Oh, shit. I didn't know this was supposed to be like that. Ah, nice. We got another one too, Yanni. Uncle Martin says on PC, he plays with controller too. See? There's more of us. Don't let Hanayama pick on us. We gotta stick together.
These masks are so awesome. Where do you get them?
Oh, exotic. Cool, thanks. Do they have a website? Yes. Whoops.
I don't know what it is. Well, I know what it is. It's just...
Hey, Yuri.
I've spent,
bad
you know,
guys,
my entire life playing games on console. So to just jump to trying to... Like, I could never play a game like this on keyboard and mouse. I don't know how people could. It just... I feel like the gameplay wouldn't feel as satisfying.
Hey, fanboy.
Oh, there's Miles. You know, I can definitely get mouse and PC for a lot of games. Don't get me wrong, especially survival games. I can see that. I even actually War Thunder. Speaking of Heretical Nerd, War Thunder was a game that I jumped right into with mouse and keyboard instead, and I got to pick it up pretty quickly. So I can definitely see the benefit of it in a lot of different games. But an RPG
MJ,
like this,
did they start the ceremony yet?
I don't know. I couldn't see myself playing it on keyboard and mouse.
Got hung up at work. Be there soon.
Yeah, I could see that, Uncle Martin. Uncle Martin says some games are better with a controller, but anything that's like an FPS or a shooter-based focused game is good with keyboard and mouse. For sure, can totally understand that. For me, I mean, I do still play like my Call of Duties or even Marvel Rivals. I am still playing on controller just because I haven't figured out keyboard mouse enough for it to work with my gameplay. Like, I'm just far better on those games with controller. Again, you know, talking decades worth of me playing on controller, so it's just a comfort thing. But I can even see how like shooter games would be better with keyboard mouse, or at least easier to use keyboard mouse than say something like this. I could never see myself playing this game on keyboard mouse.
Yeah, the thing is, it all happened in a shipyard.
But I do get it. I get, you know,
There weren't any innocent people.
the appeal of it for a lot of different other
Is
games.
that your expert opinion? Well, let me tell you what I've learned from sources I developed in my award-winning
Pete says keyboard and mouse for life. Yanni says team game controller.
grenades.
Yanni also says, I've literally never played keyboard and mouse until I started streaming, actually. Yeah, fair enough. Like, Don't Starve. That's actually one that you can figure out. You know, it's easy to figure out the keyboard mouse, and I can understand why that one's more fun to play keyboard mouse for sure.
Another vehicle got away with
It
an
says,
arsenal
played
of
all
deadly,
three ways. When it's
illegal
Diablo,
weapons.
you'll use multi-button gaming mouse, but play GTA 5 with the Sony controller. Yeah, see, so it's kind of a little bit of a mix for Rick as well. I'm starting to get towards that mix, Rick, where some games I am preferring to play keyboard mouse, but they tend to be like strategy games or just stuff that's not super fast-paced, because my fluidity with keyboard mouse isn't there yet to be able to play anything that's fast-paced. Pete says he started out on PC and keyboard and mouse, so you've never even owned a controller, so it's just a matter of, yeah, 100%. And it's the same for me. It's just a matter of what I'm used to. Was always a console gamer my entire life up until literally the past year when I started YouTube. What are we in, March? I think I got my PC last May, so literally coming up on the first year of me even playing games on PC. So you're talking about undoing a couple decades worth of controller-based gameplay, which is tough, man. We are creatures of habit as humans. You just kind of get used to it. It is interesting to see how quickly you can learn new things and form new habits. But you know, when it comes to that comfort zone, for me, it's keyboard mouse. Excuse me, it's controller and not so much keyboard mouse. But working on it, we're getting there. All right, whereabouts are we versus time? It is 1:30 almost. All right, let's bang out these 3 real quick and then see where we are there. Because that's actually what I meant to do before I stumbled into that main mission. I want to try to get at least 10%. Oh, okay, I was going to say at least 10% more story done. And we started at 13, so we're at 13% more done this session.
All units, armed
Let's go
robbery
unlock
reported.
these really
Please
quick.
respond. Any officers in Nomad, please respond.
I think it was 2 up this way, and then there was a 3rd somewhere else, and then we're done with unlocking the map. Also, 12 people watching, 17 likes. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Oh, and again, just a reminder, if you get the chance, try to turn on your, or try to remember at least to turn on your ability to accept gifted memberships for this stream, because a few have gone out. Most of them have found recipients, but I do believe there is one still waiting out there to go to somebody who turns that setting on for themselves. Courtesy of our good friend Sandy Q. And 5 already made it to recipients, I believe, courtesy of our other good friend Tommy. Alright, so that was that one. Let's do, yeah, just 2 left, and then we're done with that. So let's just get this over with. Rick says, all your gaming you've done bought yourself, starting with Sega Dreamcast, man. The Dreamcast was ahead of its time. I thought that was a good console. I was, you know, I was a kid when it came out, but I enjoyed it. I didn't even own it. I had was it PS1 at the same time as the Dreamcast, or was that with the Xbox release? I want to say the Dreamcast was just before the PS2, the GameCube, and the Xbox. It's like between the PS1 and that generation. It was ahead of its time, man. That console was ahead of its time. I liked it. I thought it was good. It just didn't click. Didn't click. Didn't have the prop. Was it with? Did it line up with the Xbox? Okay, right. That makes sense then. Yeah, it just kind of fell to the wayside in that generation of consoles. But I loved the Dreamcast. I thought it was a cool console. I didn't have it. My uncle had it, so I remember when I would go over to my grandmother's house, I'd play it over there. I had the PS1, and then I jumped right into Xbox. But yeah, no, I liked that console. I thought it was pretty decent. And that was like the final nail in the coffin for Sega making consoles. They never made one again. It's a shame because I actually grew up. My first console that I owned was a Sega Genesis, so I was a Sega kid when I grew up. And the Sega Genesis was a damn good console. I don't care what anybody says. Great games, great IPs. I love the Sega Genesis.
Armed robbery in progress.
I actually still have it to this day, and quite a few games for it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Rick says he was a huge fan of the Genesis. Yeah, they had that CD add-on. God, what the hell was the name of that? The something Drive or something? I can't remember what the name of it was, but yep, I remember that. There was like a whole bunch of attachments. I feel like you could soup up your Sega Genesis with. That was a good console, man. There's a lot of good games on that thing. Uncle Martin says at the arcade you used to go to, they had a Dreamcast and it was more expensive to play. Yeah, like those, kind of like the ones you would see at like a GameStop or even like a Walmart or something, or just a store that sold games, where they'd have the built-in kind of, God, what is the kiosk? I couldn't think of the word. Do I remember Sewer Shock? That sounds really familiar, Rick. I bet you if I looked it up, I'd know what it is. That sounds really familiar. 2 PS3. Rick says he has 2 PS3s. They're the best Blu-ray player. Yeah, hey, fair enough. Fair enough. So as I was saying earlier, like I've collected a lot of consoles, so there's some stuff I have now that I didn't have at the time. But in terms of the progression of generations, I went Sega Genesis, and then I had a PS1, and then I jumped to Xbox and had an Xbox. Like now I have a PS2, but I didn't have one in real time, so I'm not, as it was the current generation, so I don't want to count it as what I had during the timeline.
Pretty good.
But yeah, so I went from Sega Genesis to PS1
someone celebrate with us?
to Xbox to Xbox 360 to Xbox One.
The danger close.
And then I started getting tired of
Spider
Xbox
Cops'
after
reckless
Xbox One because I
intuition
just don't think they make
and the
good
Chief's
consoles.
determined plan.
The Xbox 360 I love. Excuse me.
That's kind of sweet.
But the Xbox One I thought was trash.
Peanut butter and chocolate, or breakfast.
So while I had the Xbox One, I ended up buying a PS4.
And we're done.
I got a
Talk to you later,
Switch.
Spider Cop.
I actually sold the Switch. I think I talked about this in the last stream. I regrettably sold my Switch. I wish I kept it because I've been wanting to play Mario and Nintendo games for a while. But ever since I've sold it, I've been stuck in that space of like I kept thinking or hearing that Nintendo Switch 2 was going to be announced like multiple times over the past 5-6 years, and it just never was. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just wait till the Nintendo Switch 2, and just never came about. But now it finally did, so I'm not going to go buy a Switch. I'm just going to wait for the Nintendo Switch 2. But I did have a Switch, and then currently I have an Xbox Series S, so the small digital one, which now that I have a PC, I never use because I have Xbox Game Pass on PC. And the only reason I even got the Series S was because all my buddies in real life are Xbox owners for their consoles. So I just got it because I'm like, oh, I need to be. I wanted the PS5, and I was hoping some of my buddies would finally make the switch off of Xbox, since Xbox is trash, or is now at least. It wasn't always. But they all stuck with what they knew, so I ended up getting the Series S, which now that I have PC, I never play, just collect dust. I have to figure out some use for it. And then I have a PS5 and then PC. So I've always been a console gamer. I collect them. I've always loved them. I'm curious to see how that changes now that I have PC, because like outside of the Nintendo Switch 2, which I would have to buy if I want to play Nintendo products, just because they don't, put their stuff on PC. For the most part, everything playable on PC or Xbox is on PC. So I can't see myself going for the next generation of consoles. I just don't see why I would. It's going to feel like wasted money. If I bought PC before I bought this PS5 and the Xbox Series S, I probably wouldn't own those at this point. So, yeah, I think my console collecting is going to stay a little bit more retro and get away from new ones coming out, because I just don't feel the need. I don't feel like there was a big enough jump between the Xbox One and the PS4 to the Xbox Series X and S and the PS5. Like, it just doesn't feel like there was enough of a jump. So I just don't think I'm going to do it the next time through. But we'll see. All right, it's just about 1:30. So let's see this main mission real quick, and then we might wrap it from there.
Response needed north of Houston.
I just want to see what this mission is, because I actually don't know, and I don't know how long it's going to take. I want to see if we can zip through one of these water towers. Let's see. I got to line it up properly. And I immediately did. Oh, and that's a fenced off one, so I can't even do it with that one. Alright, that was a fail. And that was way too low of a swing, so no shot I was getting that one. Rick says, all your PCs were custom built, and your current one is a beast, and the laptop is... Oh, you have a gaming laptop too? Nice. That's a nice little combo.
10:30, robbery in progress, suspect armed.
What did this person want?
Officers needed south of Houston.
Pete says, PC the whole way for him. Either hand-me-downs, or in the case of your current rig, one that you bought yourself. Nice. Nice.
Robbery of an armored vehicle.
Look,
Yeah, I do wish I got onto the PC train a little bit earlier, to be honest.
Wasn't me. I
But,
mean, what
I just didn't have the need for it. Consoles were fine, and not doing YouTube. Not that I didn't have the need for it, I couldn't see the need for it. I think that's probably the better way to put it.
Take a look.
if you help,
you know, now that
promise I
YouTube
won't
kind of
tell
pushed
anyone
me
your
to make the
happiness.
jump into getting one.
I prefer to call it sharing, but
now I
sure.
see kind of what I was just missing as a gamer.
Jammers
outside
emit
of
a
even
signal
trying
I
to
can
do YouTube.
detect.
Oh,
Just need
I
to
did
swing
not
through the
know she was
financial
gonna take me
district
on
and
this kind
hunt
of
for a
mission.
signal.
Damn it. Well, I
Found a
guess we're doing
signal.
this.
Just need to follow it.
Uncle Martin says, other than
Any
Famicom,
jamming devices would only be effective atop tall
I'm not even
buildings.
familiar with that. And an Xbox 360, you've only played on PC. Okay, fair enough. So we got a lot of PC gamers in chat then, which I'm glad to finally be one of you guys, because now I know what I've been
Jamming
missing all this
devices
time.
work better at higher elevations. I bet the strongest signals would be on
Grizz
rooftops.
says the old Warcraft and Warcraft 2 games for PC were good. Yeah, I've seen that's something I feel like I never played was Warcraft
This
games
is my
because I
shot
never had
face.
PC. And because of it, now I feel like I've always wanted to dabble in Warcraft just to see what it's all about. But it just feels so overwhelming now. I've just missed it for my whole life. Don't listen to me because you're pissing me off. Let's hit you with this. You're pissing me off as well. And let's take out some of the drones. And then we back up here. Because I'm absolutely getting my ass kicked. And these snipers are on me like glue. I couldn't shake them. I hope this actually stops this mission because I was not planning on doing this right now. Uncle Martin says Famicom was Nintendo for the European
Jammers
market.
emit a signal I can
Okay,
detect.
gotcha. Can I? Yeah, I'm abandoning this mission because this was just not one that I want to do right now. We'll come back to this lady. Pete says the current rig is an upper mid-range pre-built that runs pretty much everything just fine. The only complaint is that the only complaint you had was solved with a 1 terabyte external hard drive. Yep, fair enough. I'm kind of in the same range, Pete. I have like an upper mid-range pre-built myself. I actually, when I was researching PCs and trying to figure out what the hell to get, because I knew nothing about them, I was running a bunch of ideas by Tomby, you know, looking at pre-built sites, because I also just didn't trust myself for my first one to be to press the touchpad to switch to other missions and missions page. Why do I need to do that? I knew nothing about them, you know, so it was kind of like total blank start.
There's the stage entrance.
So I went to a
we'll
few
be
sites,
right
I was
out front.
researching them, and sent a bunch of links to Tomby, and he kind of helped me zero in on a few good options. And then the one I picked, he seemed to really like it in terms of being impressed by its abilities for, you know, the cost and all that. So I think it falls in that upper mid-range kind of pre-build section as well. And I love it. It's been great. I've had no issues with it.
Spiderman. I'm pretty sure that
So
makes you an
far, no
official
issues
superhero.
with storage. But, you know, like you just said, if I do run up against it, I'll just get an external hard drive. You know, terabyte, 2 terabyte, whatever the hell it is, and boom, problem solved. So, no, I've loved jumping to PC. It's been a great experience as a gamer, and just for the YouTube stuff, it's been huge. All right, we got a little cinematic.
Welcome,
here.
everyone. And before I hand it
And
off
I
to
know
Mayor
what happens
Osborn,
here,
I'd just like to say
and
a few
unfortunately, it's going to be a boring level to end the
So,
stream. Because I think we do a little bit of sneaking around as Miles here, and it's just very boring because Miles doesn't have any powers yet.
I mean, there's some loose ends still to be tied up, but
Loose ends.
well, a truck pulled away from the scene from a company called Consolidated Shipping. Something's not right about it. I just don't know what.
Well, maybe after this we can grab some coffee. Figure it out together.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jim. Couldn't have said it better myself, but I'll try.
Excuse me, just take a quick sip of my drink.
We all know that Officer Davis is a hero.
But instead of coffee, maybe we could have dinner instead. I could come over.
Uncle Martin. So I've actually pointed that out this stream. Uncle Martin says he didn't play as this Peter.
Totally neutral.
He looks better than the
location
one in the
for a completely
remaster, in your
normal meal.
opinion. Yeah, I agree. I've said that a couple times. This stream and the last stream as well. I think this character model for Peter was way better than the remastered
Above and
version.
beyond the Call of Duty,
The remastered version
it is
looks
my
like a
privilege to
knockoff
present
Tom Holland.
Officer
It's very
Jefferson
strange
Davis,
that they chose to do that.
Department
It's like they wanted to
Medal
do
of Honor.
Tom Holland, but not enough that they would have to pay licensing for likeness. So they just changed it just a little bit. I don't know why they did. It doesn't look good. And I would even say because a lot of people complain about the Mary Jane character model in the second game,
thank you.
which I don't think is a good character model, in fairness. But my thing, honestly, would be that the Mary Jane in this version doesn't look that good either. It just doesn't look like Mary Jane to me. So, in fairness, I think both character models for Mary Jane were bad.
Yes?
I've worked many years for this moment.
I actually like this kind of different take on Norman. There's a little bit more like Irish look to him.
Your city and everything you
I didn't at first, because I think in my mind I don't know what I view Norman as, just a little bit different than this. I think honestly Willem Dafoe just comes through my mind so much when I'm thinking of Norman Osborn. So at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I'd like this version of him, but it's grown on me. I do like this character model for Norman. Yep, Yanni says she agrees on the MJs. Yeah, like, again, the second game isn't a good character model. I'm not trying to defend it. It's just more so that, like, this one's not good either. This one's just as bad for different reasons. Yeah, Rick, you picked up on a little bit of the foreshadowing there for sure. I actually really like Miles' parents as characters. They just seem like really nice, good parents.
Miles! Miles!
Although her name is slipping my mind. It's something with an R, I think. It's slipping my mind at the moment.
Peter! Miles! Miles! Right here, just stay with me. Oh, thank God. Can you hear me, baby? Can you hear me? Peter? Squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Stay here. I'm going to find your father. Peter. Peter, wake up.
Music's
Come
pretty
on,
good in
say
this scene,
something,
too.
please.
So here's the thing with this part of the game. I like what it does narrative-wise in terms of the story. And I think it does more for the story than, say, the MJ missions. But in terms of gameplay, it ends up being just as boring as the MJ missions. Because, like, this is all I can do. I can't do any... Oh, I can jog. Like, I can't do anything with Miles or MJ at this point. Shit, now I forget where to even go. So it just, like, all that fast-paced momentum we had playing as Spider-Man just comes to a screeching halt for missions like this and the MJ missions. And, like, it's cinematic stuff like this, too. Like, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't playing that. All I'm doing is just walking around a little bit and jumping over stuff.
Mom?
Whoa! How the hell did you get into this scenario already?
Damn it! Hurry! Think. Flipping!
Leverage. Attaboy.
Miles! Are you okay?
Nice going, kid.
Are you okay? Yeah. Are you okay?
Yanni says, oh, that's too bad. The storyline has me hooked, but that's really all you can do. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, again, at least with this mission, or this portion of the game rather, they wrapped it up in some good storytelling that's like interesting. The MJ stuff is just boring through and through. Her dialogue, listening to her, everything she says is just like, what the hell are you even talking about? You know, it just doesn't add much to it. This, at least, like, it's got something to it for the story. It's alive. It's just a bit boring in terms of gameplay.
He was right there. What the hell?
Peter better wake up. Yeah, it's not a great. It's definitely not a great MJ character. Oh shit! I should probably die. Well, see, Rick, to me, they could have just made the whole portion of this a cinematic. You know, so it technically wouldn't really matter. Well, I guess it does hold some story in terms of the overall feeling of the game too. I get what you're saying, but in a way, it does, you know, set up some of the story from because obviously their intentions were to always bring Miles into the games as a Spider-Man too. So like it definitely serves its purpose into setting up Miles and his story with his dad and all that. But in terms of like this whole section of gameplay, you could remove it. You could absolutely remove this and not lose anything from the game. You could have just told this entire Miles and his dad's story as a cinematic and let it have been that. Like I really didn't need it to be walking around and crouching. That you could have removed and it wouldn't have, the game wouldn't have missed anything. Oh shit. And I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we can sneak by these guys. Can we sneak by these guys?
Can't cross yet. Gotta find a way around these guys.
I mean, I can't go anywhere unless that guy moves. Oh, I guess I can. Run, Miles. Oh, that, I'm not gonna lie, that almost just made me jump scare. That was close. This is, I think for me, what I more so can't understand from the developers is like, why did you put these missions in here when all they do is just kill the momentum of the game? Like, you're having so much fun whipping around the city as Spider-Man, and then all of a sudden it's just like, all right, now we're gonna do Splinter Cell style stuff out of absolutely nowhere.
Now.
Uncle Martin asks, have you played the Miles game? I have it, but never did. Yeah, I have played it. I actually was just saying I'll probably end up streaming it after this. It's fun. I actually really like the Miles game. My complaint with it is that it's too short. It feels like a bit of a glorified DLC, to be honest with you. But it's fun. Honestly, it's fun, and they make Miles feel different enough from Peter that the gameplay doesn't just feel like a kind of a rehash of Peter's Spider-Man. But it is honestly a good game. I enjoyed my Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think that's what they called it. Yeah, pick up a pipe. That's gonna do a lot for you with the guy with the glowing sword. Yeah, and Pete, that was my other issue. It was a DLC that was sold at pretty much full price. I want to say it was like 50 or 60 bucks, which might have been slightly better than 70. But yeah, we have to leave. It was just too damn short. By the time I finished it, I was actually shocked that I had finished it. Oh, there's the reveal of Martin Lee. But it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I liked the story they told in it. I liked the gameplay. Takes place, I think, at Christmas time-ish. So it's winter at the very least. So it's a kind of different setting where, you know, a little bit of snow and all that. So it was, you know, made it feel a little bit different than this game. And story-wise, it made more sense than the Spider-Man 2 game, because in that game, Miles is they're both obviously Spider-Man.
Wake up.
Because that's just what they're doing with the story. But in that game, Miles is still kind of training, and Peter goes to Europe with MJ for some story or something that they're working on. So it makes sense that in Peter's absence, Miles is going to be the Spider-Man of New York, for that amount of time while he's still technically in training. What I don't like about the second game is that they have two Spider-Men actively being called Spider-Man and fighting crime in the city. It just doesn't make sense. One of them has to have a different name if they're both going to exist at the same time. Like, one of the reasons Into the Spider-Verse, I think, works for me is because the Peter Parker of that universe has died and Miles takes his place. Having two active people called Spider-Man fighting crime just is weird. Like, you wouldn't have two Flashes, you wouldn't have two Supermen, two Batmen. You would have Batman and Nightwing, or Batman and Robin, or Batman and so it's like, it's that idea of just like, it just feels like a lack of creativity. Like, you didn't know how to make a way to make it work, so you just, we're just gonna have two Spider-Men, screw it. And it's like, maybe just give Miles Morales' version of Spider-Man a different name if he's existing in the world with Peter still being alive and still actively fighting crime. Maybe he could be Spider Strike or something. I don't know. Give him something.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It just seems too weird to have two different Spider-Men in the same New York.
I'm Peter Parker. I was at City Hall.
Yeah, Grizz, perfect example. Ben Reilly was the Scarlet Spider. Like, something like that. Like, make it, he can still be based on Spider-Man.
I know what you're
Give him a different name. Like, be somewhat creative. The idea of just like, we're just going to do two Spider-Man. Right? It just seemed lazy, and it didn't work for storytelling.
Or it all gets easier with
and
time.
That's not even a complaint with, Miles. Like I said, I like Miles Morales. I got no issue with Miles Morales.
It's part of God's plan.
It's just putting him beside Peter Parker and calling them both Spider-Man just seems silly. I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. And it worked better in the Miles Morales game because at least for that point in time, Peter Parker's off-site. He's not in New York. So you need a Spider-Man to take his place. So he takes this place of Spider-Man. Like, okay, that makes sense. I can understand that. But two at the same time just never really made sense to me. Or even in like a Batman case when like Batman's, not there and Nightwing has taken up the mantle in the past for, periods of time. Like, it's always because the one of them isn't there. It's not that, Bruce is there and Dick Grayson's going to take the mantle of Batman at the same time.
Have you started
It
looking
just
for
doesn't
Martin
make sense
Lee yet?
to me. But,
No, I told you I can't start a manhunt
whatever.
based on
That's
the
what they
hunch
chose to
from
do in that game.
Spider-Man.
That's why I don't
But I'm
think. Well,
telling
not
you,
that's
he's
fine,
the
but
guy.
that's one of the reasons why I don't like the
Solid
story of
evidence
that
and
game.
we'll talk.
Solid evidence.
Or Azrael. Yep, another perfect example, Rick, of Azrael taking
Hey,
up the Batman mantle.
it's
It's like
me.
it's because Bruce isn't there. It's not Bruce and Azrael, or
I'm
Bruce
thinking I
and Dick
screwed up.
Grayson.
And that kid lost his father.
And that's why, like I said, that's why I think the Miles Morales game works narrative, storytelling wise, better than Spider-Man 2 does. I think we will end up playing the Miles
Even
Morales
Yuri
game.
doesn't
It sounds like probably a lot of you haven't seen it, so it'll be a good chance for people to get to check it out too.
Research. Go to this address. Martin Lee bought a controlling interest in this recycling center last year.
You think he's hiding out there?
Maybe. We know he's not at Feast. If he's not at the
Grizz
recycling
referencing
center, maybe
Dude,
he'll
Where's
find
My
some
Car?
evidence as
Funny
to
you
where he
referenced
might
that just now, Grizz, because I
Good
saw
work, MJ.
the
I'll let you know what I find.
drive-through ordering
more
scene,
thing.
the
I
and
talked to the
then
detective about
it just
questioning
came
the
up on
arrested
my
demons.
YouTube shorts like either this morning or last night, I can't remember, and I hadn't seen that in ages. So what are the odds? Two Dude, Where's My Car references in one day?
They say it's sort of like mind control. It brings out the negative part of you. It makes you do things you wouldn't normally do.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
This is
All
coming
right, I
from
just
a guy
want to
who
see
can run
what
up
this
walls.
mission is real quick. I'm not yet sure if we're going to do it or not, because I do have to end the stream in a few minutes here, but let me just see.
MJ's hunch was right. Place is crawling with demons. Gotta take these guys out, then have a look around.
All right, I think we should be able to get this done. Let's jump over here. Here. Can't do that, so why don't we do this? And then, perfect. Alright, that worked out great. Oh, who can see me? Who can see me? Let's get up there so that nobody can see me. Let's go for you. You. Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't know I could one-shot those guys. That's good to know. Alright, easy enough.
Okay, that's all of them. High security lock. Use these on banks and recycling
Of course. Electric web. Alright, let me do it.
Maybe if I can find where it gets its power from.
Oh, you know what? I probably have to do. Yep. I have a feeling.
Looks like I could override the circuit. Need my electric webs.
And then we'll switch to these.
Well, that did something. It looks like the circuits need a little more juice.
Where's the other one?
There. Looks like the circuit's still stable. Maybe
What
there's
does this
another
do?
junction box close by.
Oh. I could have used that to fight those guys. Alright, what the hell was that, Spider-Man? Can you chill out? Alright, we did 1, 2, where's 3? Over this way. Oh my god, I was just looking over at chat for a second. I completely missed that one.
Almost there. One more box should do it.
Oh, one more box? Can I pay attention to what he's saying to me? Alright, so we did this one. What was the last one? Oh, that's the one we did. Oh, over here.
Uh-huh. That's it.
That was stupid. Should have just let me through the door the first time. There's no need for that. Okay. If you wouldn't mind just sticking to the wall, it'd be great, Pete.
Oh, man. These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait. These are Osborn campaign offices. All the paths originate from the same address.
Oh, that's right. I think the Martin Lee story is
later I
actually
can
kind of
recycle
sad
this stuff into some weapons
in
of
this
my
game.
own.
Now that I think of it, kind of totally forgot about it until he just
Explosives
mentioned
from
Osborn.
Fisk's construction site. Guns from Fisk's armory. Truck bombs. This is crazy. This wasn't a gang war.
Anything else?
The demons were stealing from Fisk to go after Mayor Osborn.
Hey, did you find Lee?
No, but you were right. Lee's using this place as a front for the demons. Bomb making, gun running.
Okay, I think that was actually the whole mission. That wasn't
And
too
it
bad.
looks like they're planning another attack.
All right.
This time on Norman
Slow down,
Osborn's
Pete.
campaign
Just gonna climb the
offices.
building.
We must have some kind of beef with Norman Osborn.
I found an address here. I think it's their staging area. If I hurry, I might be able to stop them.
Be careful.
All right. On that note, dual purpose main mission. Yeah. All right. On that note, we are going to call it here because I do have a little bit of a hard stop today at 2 p.m. and it is 3 minutes away from that. So, with that in mind, thank you very much for joining me today, everybody. It was a lot of fun playing this game, having a good chat. Thank you so much for the gifted subs and the generosity to Sandy and Tomby. I greatly appreciate it. We will be back again, hopefully this week. As I was saying a little bit earlier, I do have a little bit of stuff to do around the house in anticipation of little baby Nerd Takes being here in a couple months from now. So hopefully if I get a few things done in a timely manner in the earlier part of this week, it should open up some more streaming time at some point. So as always, Keep an eye out for me on the channel between videos, shorts, streams, the whole deal. Thanks again for being here and spending some time with me, and I look very much forward to doing this again very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Actually, we got a little bit of a post-credits scene here. I just remembered. Pete is streaming in a couple hours at 3:30, some War Thunder. Everybody go by, go check out Pete's streams, go like his streams, and go sub to his channel. All right? On that note, take care, everybody.